chat. Shout out to my guys over at Spoiler Kings. We appreciate you guys being here. Shout out to Always first in the chat, Stamina MC. We appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Perp Minded, said salute, brother, and Lewis Berry. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate everyone being here. We've got a few topics to talk about today. You know, it's been a really slow news week. If it's not Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
It's been a very slow news week. There's been little things coming out here and there, but you know what? This is what not just this week, but we're coming up on a very about to be bleak few months. And when it comes to content of any kind of watching, you know, I mean, well, as far as the fantasy stuff goes, because I'm about to binge the shit out of The Crown. The Crown season 5 dropped today, and
it drop?
Yeah, and I have not seen.
I'm surprised my girl wasn't watching it. She must not know.
I binged the shit out The Crown, bro. So I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but I'm gonna watch that and everything. But we're coming, you know, after Wakanda Forever, we've got the Guardians of the Galaxy special, but after that. I mean, you have Avatar, we just said that, but Quantumania is the next big thing.
Yeah.
And I believe...
And that's when?
That's February, I don't know the day, February someday.
Yeah.
And I believe, I just lied. Mandalorian Season 3, I don't believe Season 3... Wait, Season 3 does come out in February, I think. Or is it a trailer? No, I think there's a trailer coming in December. And then the show is going to drop in February. So, but anyway, we've got...
Yeah, just not a lot.
There's not a lot going on. So we're coming up on a very bleak, time. We appreciate you being here, Ant-Man 1991. So before we get into it, I guess... You're in a queue. I almost called you Q Kellen. How was your day?
Pretty uneventful. I didn't work, so I slept in probably till 1.
Oh, yeah?
I just slept in. Hung out with my dogs, cleaned the house a little bit. Didn't really do much of anything. So, It's a good day to me.
Feel you. Well, I was not as lucky. I was at work. And I felt like I was there all day. But I just felt, it just drugged today. For some reason. It was one of those days where it drugged. But like I said, slow news week, slow day. We got a few things to talk about. We'll get into it. Again, appreciate you guys being here. What's up, Official EMG? And everybody, the 10 of you that are here. We got 10 people in the chat, but 5 likes. Smash the like button. And before I even get into everything, if you are new here and you're not, used to seeing us on screen, you can come over. Well, you would never hear me say this, but you can click the link down in the bio. It should be down there. You click that link and you can join our Discord. You can send us topics that you guys feel we should be talking about, or anything that you want to talk to us about while you're in the Discord. We'll interact with you guys and talk with you guys. We are in there. So you can join that Discord and we can talk with you guys. Let's see. The first thing that we're going to get into here is going to be James Gunn's tweet. So James Gunn came out, and I really liked what he had to say here. Let me pull the article up. I really like what James Gunn had to say here because it was some odd weeks ago or days ago. We all know that James Gunn and Peter Safran were named the heads, or James Gunn is the head over at DC. So with him being there, hopefully.
Could it be worse?
I was like, well, I wasn't like,
you can't make it worse.
No, you can't. But I say but at the same time I'm like, yeah, I agree, because what he says here, so he goes on to said, he tweeted, opened up Twitter at the end of a long creatives weekend to see the mini tweets. I'm sorry, I need to pull this over here. 1 second, because that glare is not going to cut it. Why did I make that complicated? Okay. My fault. He said, opened up Twitter at the end of a long creators weekend to see the many tweets to save Legends of Tomorrow and release Ayer's Cut, and fan support for the DC projects over the years. The majority of these requests were enthusiastic and respectful, but all of our initial focus is on the story going forward. hammering out the new DC and telling the biggest story ever told across multiple films, television shows, and animated projects. We invite all of the DC fandoms from across the multiverse and everyone else as well into the new universe. We can't wait to reveal more. For me, that's really positive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's positive because DC being in looking better over at DC right now. We've talked about the Jon Stewart Green Lantern series that we're getting. Man of Steel 2 was announced.
Yep.
They announced a few other projects with Man of Steel 2. You know, Black Adam wasn't a disaster.
No.
It was a very fun, great film. Not the plot. The action was amazing, but DC is looking really good right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, David Zaslav came out here, I think it was today, he said that they are about, Marvel Studios is about 7, 8, 9 times better than they are at the moment. And he went on to say some, more things. But DC is looking really good right now.
They're trending in the right direction.
They're definitely trending in the right direction, And I wonder if when he says, if they're going to, if they're going to try to do a Marvel, are they going to try to make everything connect? Or is he talking about...
That's how I take it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope that's what it is.
And
because...
what are you thinking, though?
Well, I hope that's what it is, and I hope it's not one of these one-offs. Like, the films are in their own... doing their own things. Like, I want everything to connect. Like, I wouldn't mind, like... I want them to... Like, if you have introduce characters that... the general audience is not used to seeing, like Question or Question In, and like I'm not saying I want to see a Question series or anything like that, but like if they do a Question series or something like that, and then like you throw, then you
Constantine,
like something like that, and you establish something within that series, but then we see Constantine or Question pop up in whatever movie, and it makes sense, and it all I'm hoping that I'm hoping that's what they do with it.
Yeah. I mean, he did mention, with shows and with, movies, and the way that he said it made me feel like they're all going to tie in. And, there's no way they're going to do a Green Lantern series and it not tie into the movies. Right. So I'm excited for what they're doing, just because James Gunn, has a track record. Like, him stepping into Suicide Squad is one of the better DC movies. He's taken over the head.
Very true.
I think that Black Adam is one of the better DC movies. So it's moving in the right direction, and there's so many great stories that they just... Because DC's just been so mishandled.
Right.
Let's be honest, DC could be a rival of Marvel's. It's just it hasn't been executed well.
Right.
The source material is there. So the fact that they've got someone who... typically creatively does well and does comedy well, is proven to do superhero movies well, at the helm, I like it.
Yeah.
I feel positive about it.
Yeah, I really do too. I feel positive about it as well. One of the reasons we didn't even see interaction of DC characters when Christopher Nolan was around was because it's kind of like Christopher Nolan was like Matt Reeves is with Pattinson. He doesn't want Pattinson to interact with the wider DC studios, and that was the way Christopher Nolan was with Batman. He was he wanted no mention of anything, he didn't want them using Batman in anything other than the Dark Knight trilogy. So I'm so glad that James Gunn and Safran aren't on that wavelength, and I said before, Gunn was under Feige over at Marvel. As far as when I say under, they are friends. He knows how Feige works and things like that. I wouldn't put it past James Gunn calling Feige for advice on certain things if needed. When Feige
they have that relationship.
They do.
So why wouldn't he use that enormous resource?
So it's positive. But another thing that happened too with this was Jason Momoa. A few days ago, Jason Momoa posted a video. And he was saying, he's like, thank you, and he was real excited in it, and everything like that. So, and then at the end of it, he said, thank you, Maestro. And that's so people were making connections online, on Twitter and stuff, saying, he was thanking, was it James Gunn? No, it wasn't James Gunn. He was thanking, was it Snyder? I can't remember if it was Snyder. Yes, it's because of his relationship with Snyder that people were thinking that, you know, he was thinking Snyder, he's coming back and all this kind of stuff like that. Right. And so, one of the things I think, though, too, because, you know, the speculation around that is like that's going to be Andy Muschietti doing Justice League 2.
Right.
And I'm like, do you think they greenlit a Justice League 2 after? The only reason I say that is because The Flash. We have not seen The Flash yet, although we've heard nothing but good things about The Flash, despite the buffoonery that Ezra Miller has been involved with. We've heard nothing but good things from the test screenings.
There's some people in Hawaii who I don't think are going to the premiere.
Yeah, probably not.
But, you know.
But I think that you would probably want to see the Flash film first,
right,
before you greenlight a Justice League 2. I mean, we've got the Man of Steel 2 that we know is coming.
Right.
That they're doing that. Don't have a director for it yet, but they're doing that. And but I don't know. I don't know if you do if they would even be hinting or talking about a Justice League 2 right now. Although that is something that I'm sure they're eager to get their hands on, especially now that it's in James Gunn's hands.
Right.
But I think you see Flash first and see how well the Flash does before you greenlight a Justice League 2.
Even that's going to be tough to gauge, though, because of the whole Ezra Miller black eye.
That's
so it's
true.
like, even if like it doesn't do as well as like in the box office, if it critically does well, that might be enough, just because, you know, it's I feel like it's got to, I don't know how substantial a hit, but I feel like the movie's got to take a hit to a certain degree. Right. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't.
Oh, well, I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it will. Well, actually, I say that, but then I take it back to what I've said before also. We know about Ezra Miller's bullshit.
Right.
Like, us in these spaces know about everything that Ezra Miller and they've been involved with. But the general public that's going to see these films, they're not looking at these articles, and they're not looking and reading what Ezra Miller is doing or anything like that.
But what do you do? Like, you can't sit him down on Jimmy Fallon,
no.
right?
Like on something like that, you can't
like, for like the press tour and everything. Like, it's,
I don't think he's involved.
How does it not come up? What do you do? So like he's the Flash, and it's the Flash movie, and
man,
let's have Michael Keaton's gonna be sitting on a lot of couches.
They probably, well, yeah. Honestly, Michael Keaton's probably going to end up doing most of the press for it.
Although,
if they even do a press tour, because remember they didn't even come to SDCC.
Yeah,
they were like, nah.
Honestly, I do feel for them. They got put in like a pretty tough spot.
Yeah,
with the amount of money they had already poured in, and like, it's really hard. Honestly, like, I don't envy those execs' jobs of like coming up with what to do with all this. It just seems like such a mess.
No, it is a mess. It's a mess, and it's something that we're gonna have to wait to see how they exactly handle that.
Dude, I say you put him out there. You put him out there like Kanye or like Tom Cruise when he was jumping on Oprah's couch. Just get viral.
I mean, when you got that whole lawsuit thing going on with him also, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much more of the public might know about that other than some of the articles. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to gauge because we know about it.
It is hard to gauge.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And so they're really...
You're right, though. The general person doesn't know anything about this. You know, they like saw a person being a wallflower.
Yeah.
Haven't thought about Ezra Miller really since then, you know? But it's like, we do need to talk.
Well, then plus there is Fantastic Beast.
Oh, yeah, he was in that.
And yeah. I don't think that drama carries over to Fantastic Beasts. So, nah, I mean, it just depends, bro. You gotta wait to see how how they handle that. I don't know. I don't know how you handle that. I mean, you've got James Gunn and Ezra's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
There is that. They do have a relationship there. I mean, he was in Peacemaker. He showed up in Peacemaker.
Yeah.
He could. I mean, at the end of the day, he's gone. I mean, it's not like he's going to continue on as the Flash.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many talks and how many sit-downs that they've had.
Right. You can't move on.
There's no way you can continue Ezra Miller as in that role.
No.
So
No.
they're at the end of the day they're gone. So I'm not sure. But also, one of the last things here on the DC news is that with all that news and everything going on with Andy, possibly, if that is true, doing a Justice League 2, David Safran, I'm sorry, James Gunn, Peter Safran, David Zaslav, and Steven Spielberg had lunch a few days ago, and a lot of people were speculating, could that have been lunch for an upcoming project?
Right.
Why would the three heads, with the head of Warner Brothers, the head of the company, and then the two DC heads be having, lunch with Steven Spielberg?
Yeah.
And a lot of people got
Who has a rich history with Warner Brothers as well.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of people were speculating, could they be talking to Spielberg for Man of Steel 2? And I really like that idea. I really do. If that's something that they were truly meeting about, I would love to see a Spielberg take on Superman.
Oh yeah.
With Henry Cavill. With Henry being so passionate about the character.
Yes.
Spielberg being Spielberg.
Yeah. I mean, he gave up The Witcher.
Yeah,
to
that's
be like,
when,
I'm back.
Right.
I'm back in the cape.
Right.
He's also Spielberg too. A lot of people don't know this. He's the reason that Batman the Animated Series from the '90s happened.
Oh really? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was very much involved in that. It was like they were working on it, and then it was getting shot down because they wanted to go like more cartoony, like Bob on the Head, like type of stuff. Like, and Spielberg actually fought for it and is who pushed that through.
Oh wow!
So he even has a history with DC going back as far as that too.
Oh wow! Yeah,
so
learn something new every day because I did not know that. But
so I like the idea of him doing.
Yeah,
Man
no,
of Steel
I do too. I mean, Spielberg is one of the greatest.
Oh yeah.
If not the greatest director of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, name something.
Dude,
Steven
Saving Private
Spielberg.
Ryan.
Man.
That opening D-Day scene.
Yes, bro. That's what I'm saying. Name something that.
Also, okay, picture the look of Man of Steel, and then picture Tom Cruise War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg. Also, very similar.
Yeah.
And like the crap. I mean, when has Spielberg not done
That's what I'm
sci-fi,
saying.
fantasy, anything?
That's what I'm saying. That's
I
exactly
mean,
what I'm
Jaws
saying.
still looks pretty good. And what year was that movie from?
When was Jaws? I don't remember what year Jaws was.
I'll
But
say 73 or something. I don't know.
But Raymond said at Justice League 2, did we have a Justice League 1? But as always, the question is for you guys. Let us know down below in the comments what you guys think. What are you guys thinking of Andy Muschietti possibly taking on a Justice League 2 if that is something that Warner Brothers and DC are looking at possibly doing? What do you think of Steven Spielberg coming out to be possibly, directing Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill? Again, I think the passion that Henry has for the character, and then Steven Spielberg being Steven Spielberg, I think that would be that would just be so good.
Yeah. I don't see how it could be bad.
Nah, right. And then what do you think about James Gunn's tweets and the things that he was saying about the future of the DC studios? Do you think that this is actually the right direction? Is DC moving in a direction that Marvel seems not to be moving in? But, let us know down below in the comments what you guys think. What is the chat saying?
Let's see. Perk Minded said Mandalorian. I forgot about that show. LOL. Official Liam G. Hey everyone. What's up, Liam G? Stamina MC said The Last of Us, January 15th. Is that
Oh,
the
yeah.
series they're
That-
making, or is out of the video game? Aren't they doing that?
They are doing something like that.
Or is this the game? It's in January.
No, that's not the game.
Okay.
That's the
series.
yeah.
I never played that game. Did you ever play?
No, I didn't play the
Any of
game,
it?
but I watched the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like really, really well done. But so we got that in January. So I mean, there's not much else to talk about. We might be getting on that. Let's see. Ant-Man says gonna see Wakanda Forever this Friday.
Oh, yeah, we will.
Well,
Well,
we'll
brother,
be talking about it that night. So
that is true.
get on in there. Let's see. Hungry Almighty said I saw the spoilers for Wakanda Forever, and other people who have spoiler reviews, and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
Yeah, man.
going to the funeral.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah. Let's see. Hungry Almighty says, do you think DCU, what Marvel does, where they announce an entire slate of movies, or just do what Sony does and announce movies when they're ready? Well, Sony announces movies when they're not ready, and they release them when they're not ready. You know,
And then they re-release them
Yes.
and think that no. I think it would really be. I mean, it's not like. I mean, I think it'd be dope to see them do it in that Marvel style. I know
Right.
people are gonna be like, "Oh, they're copying Marvel." No, DC is. They have said,
Yeah.
"No, we're trying
Yeah.
to. We're trying to be that. That's
Yeah,
what we want to
exactly.
be." So I think that would be. It would be really cool to see a slate come out of like, you guys can expect this, you can expect
Yes.
this, you can expect this, and then give fans something to if they're moving in. I don't know.
They should come out with their own thing. Like, you know, there's Comic-Con, but then there's D23. It was lackluster this year, but like they should come out with their own like
They do.
DC. Oh, do
Yeah,
they?
it's
Oh, I
like
didn't even know
DC.
about it.
It's DC fandom,
Okay.
but they canceled it this
All right. Well,
this year. So
all right. Well, let's
all
shine
their shit.
that up. Let's make, you know, pump that up, make that bigger and like more. Of a-
yeah, no,
you know?
DC fandom, has had its times.
Yeah.
Now that last one was some.
Oh, yeah.
the not obviously they canceled this one because of all the drama just in DC in general, but the one the year
Yeah.
man, I was like, and then the poster they released for, I know y'all remember that poster, that cheesy purple poster with all the characters on it, it was and then
gosh.
HBO Max had this because that's their shit. It was,
Right.
I was just like, somebody's got to fix this.
Yeah.
But nah,
They just need to be more cohesive and organized.
They
in the
do.
way that Marvel is, because right now it's still a little scattered, but I feel like they're moving in the direction of tightening things up and
right.
getting it all.
I mean,
under
Zaslav is
one
going
head.
through cutting projects that are unnecessary left
Mm-hmm.
and right. So
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully, good things in the future.
shout out Oscar.
Let's see. Liam G said, "I wish DC would be sort of the antithesis to Marvel, and it should be like other HBO properties like House of the Dragon, the Batman, etc. Very highbrow, big budget, mature superhero content." That's true. In that regard, yes. Like,
And
go
we're
darker
definitely getting
than
that.
Marvel does. Yeah.
I can tell you right now. I mean, look at
Look
Peacemaker.
at Peacemaker. That's what I was
I
just
didn't
thinking,
watch
yeah.
Peacemaker, but the things that I've seen from Peacemaker, I mean,
Yeah.
and look at who's at the top of it all, bro. James
Right.
Gunn.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
Gunn. I think
It will be. In my
I
opinion.
think it definitely
They're
will
copying
be.
Marvel, but they're copying them like as far as a studio, like
Right.
how they
And
run things.
With HBO Max, it's not Disney Plus. You don't have to worry about
Yes.
this,
Yeah, it's
who's
HBO.
it's HBO Max. So
Yeah.
they can go as dark, as gritty, and as dirty as they want to
Oh,
go
yeah.
with it. That's for sure.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
think
we
that
can
that's
have
exactly
Batman
what
and
we're going to
Wonder
see.
Woman getting it on, like, that's not-
I mean, it's not out of the question
It's not
at
a
all.
problem.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at the animated series with Harley Quinn and with the
I
things
love
that,
that
yeah.
show. I
I
really-
mean, come on. So,
It's
yeah.
just so funny.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that that's definitely something that can be
Yeah,
seen.
I think so too. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Stamina NC at Hungry Almighty. You didn't ask me, but I think states have done more harm than good. Fan expectations and entitlement is all the worse for it. All the tantrums post D23 were rooted in that stuff.
I can agree with that too. I can see that side as well. Because with that, I mean, well, the DC fans are already, the Snyder fans are already entitled, and I'm one of those Snyder fans, are already entitled as well. So, you put out a slate or you put out something with expectations and then you don't deliver on those expectations. Right. Then you have the conversation, well, it's that same DC shit, just a different brand, different, same shit, different face, so, and then you run into those. Yeah. So I can see that.
Yeah. And like with Star Wars, when they release stuff and then they end up canceling half of it, if that's just never a good look. Let's see, Hungry Almighty, if I had to choose 10 groups of heroes that DC needs to focus on, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter, yes, Shazam, Green Arrow, and Teen Titans.
Well, they definitely laid out that slate. Zaslav at that investors call a couple months ago, he did say that their focus is going to be the guys that everybody knows, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and then he put the emphasis on Superman. That was, you remember we talked about that, bro? Because that was one of the things I was so excited about, because he put the emphasis on Superman. We haven't seen Superman in a decade, and every time we do see him, it's from the neck below, or he's just a silhouette. He was supposed to even show up in something else, and it was just going to be from the neck below. He almost showed up in Black Adam, that before everything was worked up, where we weren't going to see him. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. So Zaslav may have done some things, done and said some questionable things over there since his taking over and things like that. But when it comes to where he knows where he wants to go with the company and things like that, with DCW, with Warner Brothers and everything, he knows that you can't do this DC shit without Superman.
No,
like you can't. No. Yeah, that's like the franchise's main. Like you can't do
Superman
this without
Batman,
Superman. Right.
What are we doing here?
Exactly. So.
Let's see. Ant-Man says DC's looking up to be something good because Marvel's been lacking. Hope DC step up their game.
I believe they are, brother.
Yeah, it's looking good. Andre Ware, Jason Momoa wants to be Lobo, and it would be amazing. Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
he would be great as Lobo.
Who was that? I think it was James Gunn that posted a poster of Lobo, and then everybody had the speculation that Jason Momoa was going to be playing Lobo.
Yeah.
And I agree. It'd be awesome.
He even has Lobo's voice.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to change how he talks at all. Let's see. Raymond says Justice League 2. You read that one. Let's see. Hungry Almighty. Oops. Oh, it passed. Scroll. Okay. I think Man of Steel 2 should be called Man of Tomorrow.
I don't even think it's going to be called Man of Steel 2.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be titled something different.
Right. Something. Oscar Zapine, if they cut ties with Johnny Depp after this whole situation on Fantastic Beast, Ezra got him. Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you,
no.
They're gone. Yeah. They're definitely gone.
Not,
they're not gonna be. There's no way.
He's gonna have to start a YouTube channel like Homeboy from Holes.
Right.
Raymond said Steven might be directing Man of Steel 2 and him having a hand in the Batman animated series. Wow, don't tell Martin Scorsese.
Oh man, that would be funny. That I'm not even gonna get on that when he said that stuff, but that's funny.
Yeah, no, that shit pissed me off when he was. Let's see. Pookie Wood says, so why has no plan?
I'm lost on that one.
Me too.
Oh, Sony.
Oh, okay.
He said Sony.
Sony has no plan. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then we got Johnny Steven. Also think Jon Stewart, Green Lantern, getting a show and not a film is an insult, by the way.
They were originally going to do the Hal. It was originally going to be around Hal and the original Green Lantern, Alan. And so that was the plan until James Gunn and them got in there, and then they reworked it, and now it's a Jon Stewart series. I'm not opposed to it being a series at all. Actually, I'm really okay with it because, for the reasons we were just talking about, it's HBO Max. It's we don't know who's going to be directing as of now. And we also don't know who's playing John. We don't know anything about it. Because the whole thing is being rewritten. It's got to be redone.
Yeah. It's gonna be some time.
Yeah. And with the direction, like I said, we were just saying that DC is moving in. I think a well done, fleshed out Jon Stewart series could be really well done.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I didn't watch Peacemaker, but the reviews from everyone on Peacemaker.
I didn't finish it, but like from what I watched, I liked.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And I just didn't watch because I've never been like oh man, Peacemaker.
Yeah.
So, but that's just me. But I've heard nothing but good things about it. So.
Yeah, and I mean, who's to say that like a Jon Stewart series won't lead to a movie? It for sure will lead to him being in the movies. I would like to see Green Lantern get a solo film done right, though.
Yeah, because what was the last one? Gosling? Yeah.
Yeah, or Reynolds, yeah.
Yeah, Reynolds.
Gosling's Doom, don't forget.
Yeah.
Let's see. Raymond said last DC fandom was a booger. Hungry Almighty. If you guys ever play the Arkham games, I think DCEU Batman should be like that. Arkham Batman has the combat at its peak, accurate villains, accurate side cast, Nightwing, Catwoman, Red Hood, Robin, etc. Yeah, I mean, I think that most of us agree that that's one of the best iterations of Batman, but
he's not in this.
He's not in the new which is like why I'm not even gonna get the game. It's just like I don't want to play an Arkham Batman game to not play as Batman personally, but like that's why I liked Ben Affleck's Batman, like his actual Batman, like Bruce Wayne, whatever. But like his Batman to me felt the closest to like
I like
Arkham
Batman.
I like it too, and I mean they're in talks with him too. That I mean if they're we'll see what happens with Flash, but if they get Ben Affleck back, we already know that we have Henry Cavill back. Like, and you start going that direction, I like it.
They got to put some respect on Cyborg, too. Actually, what the new regime needs to do is repair that relationship with Ray Fisher. That's what they need to do. Mm-hmm. They need to get in there and repair that relationship.
Yeah.
Because Warner Brothers has done nothing but spit on this man. So,
yeah.
Who's next there?
Let's see. Perfect Bruce Wayne and Batman persona and the gadgets are advanced level. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. James Mutombo. All I'm waiting for is Jared Leto returning as Joker. Oh yeah, that's what we're all waiting for.
I'm hoping is that a joke?
I'm assuming that's
the sarcasm. Yeah. The sarcasm's there.
Hungry Almighty. That's definitely definitely Batman.
He's
definitive Batman. Yeah. I mean, for sure.
I really enjoyed, and that's why when Trey was saying the other day, like, name people who enjoy. I was like, what do you mean? There's a lot of people that I personally really love him as Batman.
Honestly, as far as Batman, he's my favorite Batman. As far as balancing Bruce Wayne and Batman, Robert Pattinson's my favorite. As far as
Pattinson, I liked his film.
I really enjoyed the
how
film.
Long it is, because it is long, man.
Yeah.
When we got to the stadium scene, I was like, damn, it's still going.
Yeah. It is very long, but no, I really, those are my two favorites, honestly. Like, Christian Bale was great, but
Christian Bale gave me nothing as Batman or Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it just. Yeah, honestly, it kind of felt like it didn't suit him.
I didn't.
The voice lost me.
Did you get much from him as Bruce?
No, not really. He was.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Honestly, for being one of the greatest actors that we have, in my opinion, Batman wasn't his best role.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I honestly felt like he.
Now that trilogy, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Now that last one for me, it's okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Stamina MC. Watch Peacemaker. Dadgummit. Shelf the crown. Oh gosh. He says the queen's dead. he says move on. Johnny Steven.
Bro, John deserved to have a movie. Having a show is like for the reserves. Jon Stewart is a star. He's box office. That's like saying he's equivalent to Peacemaker.
I understand.
I understand
where they
that.
come
Like,
from.
no,
we
I
have
do too.
an Aquaman solo film,
That is true. That is so true.
Yeah.
And I understand that too, because he definitely deserves box office. I mean, he's my Peacemaker. He's my Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
We're the same age. We grew up watching the
I grew
same
up.
animated series.
Exactly. Which intrigued me to pick up more stories about John. So I definitely, we were ecstatic. Didn't we had a video about that? We were ecstatic about John being Green Lantern. That they are about them changing the series to focus on him as Green Lantern. So yeah, I definitely agree. He definitely deserves a film in the a box office film. But all I'm saying to that is, I'm not opposed to a series because this ain't Disney Plus.
Right.
This is HBO Max, where you can get like.
You can flesh out more. You have more airtime to do.
Hour episodes?
Yes, yeah. Like the Daredevil show on Netflix, I love that. And it was longer than the movie would be. I'd love to get a Daredevil movie also. But who's to say you can't get both? But you can get so much more sometimes out of a series than you can in a 2-hour movie.
Right. But I do agree. I agree with what you're saying for sure.
Yeah, I get the sentiment for sure. Let's see.
Ant-Man. You can start Ant-Man 1991. My definitive Batman is Christian Bale. The Dark Knight is still my all-time favorite film. Dark Knight is still mine. Dark Knight is gonna forever. For me.
That's because of Heat, though.
Yeah. For me, nothing is going to top. For me, nothing can top that Dark Knight film, because I know the conversation. Well, what do you guys think now that Pattinson's Batman's been out? Is it better than The Dark Knight? Fuck no. Right. No, bro. Right. When everybody, now some time has passed. That shit came out in March. When everybody came out that film, most people were saying, "Oh man, that's arguably better than The Dark Knight." No, there was no argument. There was never an argument. It's not better than The Dark Knight. Like the opening scene to The Dark Knight, just everything, bro. Like when Joker shows up at the Falcone's meeting, want to see a magic trick, like bro, that set the tone. Yeah. Like the whole it was madness, bro. That I've talked about it. Like it was great. Yeah,
it was a great film. Yeah, let alone superhero film. And then also, Hungry Almighty was saying that he was meaning that Arkham Batman was his definitive Batman.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, Raymond. Johnny Stevens said did not like Pattinson in the role of Batman. Raymond says Ben and Christian are my favorites. Did not like Pattinson or the new movie. Let's see, Sir Yuri G. I still like Batman Begins. That's the perfect Batman origin movie to me.
Yeah, like I said, that trilogy is great.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great
it's a great trilogy, bro. It really is. I
still enjoyed the third.
Yeah, film. I enjoy the third one. It's just
there was
sloppy.
A drop off.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
But also, they had to do stuff because originally it was going to be another Joker film too.
Yeah,
the third one.
Yeah, Heath was supposed to be Joker in that
one. Which, man, I wish we could have seen that. Could you imagine? Bro. He's already had one crack at the Joker, and every reprising role was the Joker.
Man, that is one of my all-time movie woes, bro. Like, it really is. The Joker, first of all, is just my favorite villain of all time.
Yeah, I think he's the perfect villain.
Like, and especially and I'm not just talking Heath's. I'm talking for me, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's Joker.
That's my Joker,
bruh. Like he kills it. So Joker, I just love the clown Prince of Darkness just in general. Yeah. But I'd do anything to see, almost anything.
Yeah.
To see Heath in that role one more time.
Yeah.
If only.
Yeah.
If only. Not even Wakanda could save him.
Yeah, man, that was so sad. Gosh, I was like, man.
Let's see. I still like. Oh yeah, no, I read that one. Hungry Almighty. Number 1, Arkham Batman. Number 2, DCAU Batman from Justice League Unlimited. 3, DCMAU Batman from Justice League War. 4, Under the Red Hood Batman. I love that Under the Red Hood animated movie. That one's great. 5, Long Halloween Batman recent animated movies. Those are the best accurate versions to me. Yeah, mostly if it's animated from DC, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Like one of my favorite animation moments with Batman is, I always forget the name of the film, but it's the film with Constantine and
I know which one you're talking about.
why am I blanking on Zatanna? Constantine and Zatanna. That film. It's where the dead I guess they were just dead souls that were they could obviously Constantine and Zatanna could see them. They went up to Batman and they're like, "Oh, this one's eluded us for some time," and blah blah blah. And then Constantine goes, "They're taking a liking to you, Batsies," and then Batman just goes, "Boo."
Yeah,
I love that scene, bro.
Yeah. There's so many great moments. Let's see, Sir Yuri G. I really like Pattinson as Batman though. Spoiler Kings, I'm super hyped about Jon Stewart series and maybe leads into a movie. That's what we're hoping for too, for sure. Hungry Almighty, but out of live action, then so far Pattinson so far for me. Johnny Stevens, Sir Yuri G. Pattinson reminded me of the Punisher. Like what took me out of it was him being a tank eating bullet and lacking strategy. Took him 3 attempts to get in that club. That's funny. Sorry, that's understandable, Johnny. But in some stories, when Batman was younger, he was a bit reckless instead of being as strategic as he is when he's a seasoned hero. Yeah, I agree because he's year 1 Batman, and I feel like Pattinson really encapsulated the rage. Like when he's beating up that first dude, when he says he's vengeance, it's like, oh, he's still thinking about mommy and daddy when he's punching these people, you know? So I kind of tend to agree with that. That's Justice League Dark Animated. Official Liam G. I want the Titans in the DCU. James Gunn, please hear me out. But yeah, it is Justice League Dark.
That is Justice League Dark, yeah.
And then lastly, we got Hungry Almighty. I think the Pattinson Batman trilogy will focus on him becoming the Batman we all know and are used to. He will eventually have better fight scenes instead of taking bullets and will make a lighter suit so he can move faster. Yeah, I agree. That's all part of the evolution. So that's what we got.
Well, we'll move on here to the next topic. And that next topic that we're going to talk about is Tom Holland has officially signed with Marvel Studios, and here's a tweet that has come out, and the details of Tom Holland's new Spider-Man deal include Daredevil Born Again, and again, that goes with what we've been talking about with the leaks and everything, you know, that the events of Daredevil Born Again are going to bleed into Spider-Man 4. It's going to be more of a ground level type of film than, of course, Spider-Man 4. Me too, I'm so excited for that. Like, I'm excited to see him be the Peter Parker that we saw him at the tail end of the film, like that he's now Spider-Man.
Yes, because up to this point it was like, what was that?
Everybody was saying he was Iron Spider or Spider Tony's boy, Spider Boy, whatever it was. Everybody was calling him.
What it was what was that? We were already like in high school by the time this one came out, so I didn't really watch it a lot. But it was like Spider-Man and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something like that. That's kind of been it was like basically they did Spider-Man where it was like he and like young Iron Fist and like a couple other like young. And
was it an animated thing?
Yeah, it was like on Disney XD, and he was like.
Oh, I definitely didn't.
Yeah, and like it had like Nick Fury in it and stuff, and like. So far, that's kind of been the feel. That's kind of been the feel of Spider-Man, where he's never truly been Spider-Man in the MCU yet, as we know him, as Tony Parker, who works for the Daily Bugle, has girl problems, and is like surface level, like in Queens, not fighting aliens in space yet. Right. You know, like they kind of did it backwards, but I'm excited that we're getting to that Spider-Man.
But I feel like they like you said, they did, but at the same time they literally erased it all. Like he knows.
He knows.
But No one knows shit about
Correct.
him, and man, and he's lost everything.
Yeah.
So we're about to see him in a very different space too.
Yes.
And probably wiser, but at the same time still, Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But wiser from just the events and things that he knows.
Yeah. He also can rely on nobody now because nobody even knows he exists.
Right. So we've got, like I said, Born Again, Spider-Man 4, Kang Dynasty, which we knew that one. That was something we talked about too.
Yep.
Secret Wars, yes.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man 5 and 6.
Yeah.
And then
because
it says
they're not Black Panther, so he will be in his own movies for those. I'm pretty
for sure. Then it says Zendaya and Jacob have not signed anything yet. So
is Jacob? That's his friend.
that's Ned. Yeah, that's Ned.
Which I still think. Okay, if they do sign Jacob.
Do you think they're going to go the
I think Hobgoblin
route?
Yeah, I do. Because they started giving him the mystical powers, too. He naturally has, which... Because the Hobgoblin, it's not just tech.
Right.
It's also the, mystical magic, side of Hobgoblin, too. And, they, kind of preluded or foreshadowed, rather, in the last movie when... He was when Toby was telling him about his best friend, betraying him, and he was like, I was there when he died, and he's like... hope it doesn't happen to us or whatever it is that he says, but
I promise I promise something I'll never turn on you.
Yeah.
I'll never be a villain or whatever he said.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that.
Kill you or whatever.
Yeah. But I'm the Spider-Man 5 and 6 that I'm so glad to see that because that obviously is going to be some time out. Mm-hmm. I'm excited, bro. Because I love Tom Holland in the role, and having Tom Holland just age with the role until that's
what I was just thinking.
So
he's the first
dope.
signed Spider-Man that started young enough that we can actually. Because Toby was our age when he was playing 17-year-old. Okay, Toby was 30. Okay, you can only go so long, and no, I love exactly. We're just gonna see him mature more and more. And become because that's what happened throughout the comics for so long.
Exactly. And we get to see that. Like I said, I wonder what stories are they going to tell? Are we? They can throw in are they going to throw in a different love interest? Are we going to see Gwen? Are we going to see the other friends too? Are we going to see? Are we going to see the Osborns?
Betty Brant was another love interest.
Yeah.
And they've introduced Jameson now. At this point, Robbie, he'll end up having a relationship. I could see them introducing Robbie, through the Daily Bugle, who that was a big mentor for Spider-Man. And with Robbie also could come, if we want to talk about street level criminals, Tombstone.
Yeah.
Because of his connection to
very
Tombstone.
True. Yep.
And that could be
yep.
one to, if we're doing all this Kingpin, Daredevil, all these kind of crossover villains that they're doing. Because there's a lot of crossover villains within Daredevil and Spider-Man. I mean, hell, Daredevil's first appearance was in Spider-Man, so...
And we're obviously probably going to see the Daily Bugle. I mean, obviously, because the Daily Bugle has been established in the MCU, so he could be working there. And by the time that all this has happened, Jameson moved from... At one point, he was doing... Wasn't it just a live stream, a podcast he was doing at one point? Then he elevated.
They're having to do Alex Jones, basically. Type of thing.
So he could by this time be more, especially the way he covered all the events of what was going on with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and then the villains and everything like that. He could have someone that said, "Hey, we want to give you your." So by the time we see Spider-Man 4, he could be the Daily Bugle,
right? Yeah.
When we have. Robbie and everybody introduced and Tombstone level types things. That's what I'm saying. There's so many different things that can be done.
And they've also already set up Scorpion.
They have.
Shocker, right?
They have. Prowler. They have.
Yep. There's just some... the symbiote's been introduced. But I think that comes in Secret Wars. Yeah. I think that ties in... comes Secret Wars. But, no, there's just so many great... Spider-Man storylines they can still do that they've set up.
Yeah, so that's really cool to see that Tom's back. Do
we know how much money is he getting?
That we do not know, but I'm telling you the reason Tom waited so long was because he knew
Yeah.
It needs to be the right number.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've seen some people say like I don't think Tom is worth that. I disagree. I disagree. I really do. I think, especially moving on into this next phase, like we talked about, you have to have that familiar face, and then having him tie into Daredevil Born Again, and his like that's going to amp the hype. That's probably going to be one of their best, if not the best.
Yeah.
When it comes to numbers, viewership.
Oh, I guarantee.
Series that they've done.
Yeah.
Like, and now you've added Spider-Man to it.
Yeah.
Then that's going to bleed into Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, because of Netflix. But you add Spider-Man to that?
Yeah.
No, Disney Plus might crash. Like,
yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Like,
We yet to have had any kind of live action Spider-Man on Disney Plus. We don't even have the Spider-Man movies on Disney Plus. They're all on Stars.
That is very true. This is the first time that he's really going to be in a show. I mean, other than the movies like that Infinity War and things that Civil War that he shows up in. Yeah,
movies like that. But like none of his standalone.
Which I hate. Little mini rant. I'm sorry. I just feel like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that needs to be on the timeline. I don't want to go purchase Stars.
I know.
To go watch, like if I'm watching the stuff in order, I don't want to get out of Disney Plus, then go into Stars, then get into, like, that might sound petty and lazy, but we live in a microwave society. I think it needs to be right there on the timeline with everything else. I think it's really.
Well, it just makes sense. It's like I don't get why they couldn't have worked out a deal. Like you have a deal with Stars, you couldn't work out a deal with. Disney Plus, who you're literally working hand in hand with on this film, but okay.
Yeah, it's annoying. So
I agree.
Don't like it. But yeah, so I'm excited for it. But as always, questions for you guys. Let us know about what you guys are thinking. Are you excited? If not excited, how excited are you for Tom Holland? If you're not excited, let us know about that as well. Do you think Tom Holland is worth the big money that he's definitely getting? Or are you one of the ones that says, no, Tom Holland's not really worth all that? He's a good Spider-Man. But I think Tom Holland is, honestly, like I said, he's not my definitive Spider-Man, but I think he is Spider-Man. So let us know below in the comments what you guys think about that, and what are they saying in the chat.
Let's see. Havoc Unbound says Iron Boy Jr. LOL.
Iron Boy Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Sir Yuri G. Oof, that Ultimate Spidey show. LOL, not my favorite. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Ultimate Spidey.
I know what you're talking about, but I did not watch it.
I might see. Again, there's so many like spectacular Spider-Man. I saw some of them because like my nephews were just that age that like I would babysit them, and that's what they'd be watching. So like that's all.
To be completely honest with you, the last Spider-Man animated series I watched was our '90s series.
I mean, that's the best.
Like,
one.
I mean, that's. Yeah.
I mean, I still go back and watch it on Disney Plus all the time. I love it. That was my absolute favorite. That was my number.
I love that, man. That was my show. I love that. That 97.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. No, bro. I love
the animated series.
Yes, Batman the animated series.
Batman Mutant Ninja Turtles. We had those good ones growing up on Saturday mornings. But yeah, no, that's my Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like when I read a Spider-Man comic, I like literally hear that Peter Parker voice in my head. Let's see. Raymond said, so if Spider-Man is coming back, that's really the only person in the MCU right now that I actually care about. I mean,
that's to the point I was making.
As far as his value, yeah.
Yes, as far as Marvel needs that face right now. Yeah, in a time where fans are like, what the fuck? Yeah. They need a familiar face, because that's one of the problems. You took... Tony's gone, Cap's gone, like all the familiar faces that, the heavy hitters are gone. But Spider-Man is going to put asses in the seats anytime. It doesn't matter.
He has since 2002.
Right. So
there hasn't been a poorly performed Spider-Man film ever.
No. So that's what I'm saying. He puts asses in the seats. So they've got to get that face, that familiar face, because again, that's lacking in Phase 4. We don't have that. Excuse me. We don't have that familiarity there. No. It's not there. So it's lacking, and they need it. They need it big time. And Spider-Man is it.
Yes. Okay. Official Liam G. Whenever Zendaya as MJ comes back, she better have red damn hair. LOL. I like Zendaya as MJ.
Me too.
Let's see. Oops. I scrolled too far. Move up. Okay. James Matumbo. Can't wait for the Morbius to suck the blood out of Tom Holland. Johnny Steven. They should have a war between Kingpin and Tombstone. See, like, you introduced... You got Kingpin already. You introduced Tombstone. You get Hammerhead in there. Like, there's so many.
Man,
Silverstein.
I'm telling you that. Yeah, there's so many lower level. That's I mean, that's what Spider-Man is. So that's what I'm saying. There's so much that they could do, man.
Yeah, no, I think we're all in agreement. We're all really excited for the direction, and I'm so happy that it's going to tie into Daredevil because that's how it should be. Let's see.
That's gonna be so dope seeing Tom interact with Charles. Like, we've seen them interact already.
Yes.
But see, I wonder if Daredevil. Obviously, Daredevil doesn't know who he is either. But with Daredevil being who Daredevil is, I wonder if he could figure out who Tom is or who Peter is.
Probably.
Who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I can't wait to see those two on screen together.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Hungry Almighty says, my problem with Tom Holland Spider-Man is that until he mentions Uncle Ben at least once, then I will stop criticizing his Spider-Man.
I'm telling you guys, it's been mentioned.
Right.
No, they have not said anything, but it's there. If you look, is it in Far From Home?
I think it's in the...
Or is it in the first one?
I'm pretty sure it's in Homecoming.
Is it in Homecoming?
I think it's in Homecoming.
When
he says when you don't do something, and then when you can do something, or wait, no, it's in Civil War. I think when he's talking to Tony, because he's talking to Tony in his bedroom, and Tony's like, why, is this you? And like, basically like, he's like, why are you doing this, kid? Basically, kind of thing. And he's like, well, because I learned that like when you have the power to stop things and you don't, bad things happen to good people. Like, basically implying the Uncle Ben situation.
Well, and not just that, but also it's either I think it's in Far From Home, but it's when he was packing his clothes. I think it is Far From Home. When he was packing his clothes, he was pulling the suitcase the top of the suitcase down, and it said BJP on it, which obviously is Benjamin. Whatever his middle name is.
Right. Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah. So the reference is there. They just haven't. Why? I don't know why they haven't said anything about it yet. But there's definitely an Uncle Ben. Where maybe he's off getting milk. I don't know. But there's definitely an Uncle Ben because they put it in there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hungry Almighty. It's almost like Uncle Ben never existed, he said. Johnny Steven, I'd introduce Tombstone as an underboss for Kingpin and Daredevil. Watch his rise to power in that first.
You could.
Yeah.
Then Double Tar says, yeah, he's bankrolling. He deserves it, referring to Tom. He definitely does. Agreed.
You introduce Mr. Negative? Mr. Negative?
Ooh, yes, that's another one. Also, because they already established the whole feast thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all there. They've got so many options. I don't see how they can fumble the bag. Hunger Almighty, the only Phase 5 project I'm genuinely excited for is Daredevil Born Again. Everything else looks mid.
Yes.
I don't know, Quantumania.
Oh, Phase. He said Phase.
Or does he mean...
You talking about series?
Just series? If series, yeah.
Because I'm actually I'm really ready for Quantumania. Yeah. What else in Phase 5 is there, film wise? I know the Marvels, which I'm actually interested. Like, my interest is peaked. Yeah. Especially, my interest is peaked in how they handle Photon for sure. Like Monica Rambeau, you better handle that shit properly. Because you took T'Challa, and my second one is Monica, bro. Like, so don't do me dirty. Don't do me dirty twice.
Don't get him kicked out of 2 movies.
Let's see. And then Raymond said exactly. Double Tar. Did Tom Holland sign with Marvel or Sony?
He signed. It's the same deal. It's like with Marvel, and this is his. I
think the answer is yes.
No, this is his deals with Marvel.
With Marvel?
Yes, okay. This is his deals with Marvel. What he's doing with Sony.
Is that separate?
It is separate. because this is all things that Marvel and that Sony's allowing him to do with Marvel.
Okay.
But I guarantee you, it is with the help that, or with the
understanding.
with the understanding that he's going to be in Sony projects, but Marvel's also going to help them with those Sony projects, because I'm telling you, Marvel and Sony are working together on that whole Spider-Geddon, because that stuff with Tom, or that stuff with Miles, it's gotta tie into Secret Wars. Like, what's the name of the third 100%. One? Breaking the Spider-Verse. If that one is even comes before Secret Wars, if that makes it out before Secret Wars. But we've even got the whole rumor of Tom Holland supposed to be showing up in the animated into the, across the Spider-Verse. So if that happens, not just him, but the video game Peter Parker too. So many, if that happens, then we've already got Miles interacting with 616.
Yes. Yeah.
And I just don't. I pray, because the Marvel can do whatever, but I pray they don't change Secret Wars so much to where we don't get Miles. Like, I want to see that. I want to see. And we've already got him established. You're already making the connections. You're already doing the stuff with Madam Web. Have the time traveling Terminator type film it's going to be.
Yeah.
You've already got everything going on with the rumors of Spider-Geddon. Venom 3 is supposed to have one of the Spider-Men in it. You got Venom that left a piece of the symbiote in 616.
Yep.
Secret Wars has to have Miles Morales because it's his universe that collide. Like,
I think it will.
I think they will.
Yeah,
I really do.
I do share your fear that they're going to do what Marvel tends to do, which is like they can do a bastardized version,
right?
Like they did with Civil War. I do think that
although
will be the case.
we love I
do too.
I love Civil War.
I do too. But just as far as but also they only had so many characters to work with. They didn't have the amount. They didn't have the
rights. Right. They barely got Spider-Man.
Yeah. That was like
last minute because before, like Tom Holland's even said before, like the deals were finalized, like they were filming and it still wasn't finalized. Like they were filming scenes with a dude and a stunt double because Tom couldn't be there. Yeah. It was like no, that was like that was whatever Tony said. That was that kind of last minute.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, I definitely think Miles will be in it.
Let's see. Raymond says we do a MCU marathon, one film a week every Friday until the end of the year. The amount of Fridays equaling the amount of movies. So this year we started in June and we end the last Friday in December. That'd be possibly fun.
Yeah, I mean, we could
always do that on like days where there's no news.
Well, that's kind of what we were talking about before we came in here. Picking a day that's not a news day and either talking, like I said, we were trying to talk about the Dark Knight trilogy. We could talk about the different the different films. We could talk about different villains and things like that, heroes, different. And then you have to be superhero content. It could be different type of films that we're all into, just stuff like that. Or we could even be watching, like live streaming with you guys and watching. Going on a Marvel journey,
right? Yeah, and then they're all at home watching it too.
Right, right. So
that could be something kind of fun.
Those are always something.
Yeah, we definitely want to do something different, something fun. Streams where we do games or we do tier lists. Or
I do have a new game I want to play. We just gotta wait till we have everybody here. So,
okay, let's see. Double Tar, he's definitely worth it. Referring to Tom Holland, agreed. Raymond. And we have to go on cable to find the Spider-Man films. Right. Dell Davis, he's worth the money for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Yuri G, I'm beyond excited. Oh, yeah, Tom is definitely worth it. Yep. Anyone who says otherwise, I've got questions.
Bro, I'm like... okay, for those of you, like... I've talked about No Way Home so many times. That was an experience, bro.
Yeah.
But...
Dude, as far as being in, I don't know what the theater that you saw it in was like.
Live.
Yes.
It was live.
Oh
Our
gosh,
theater
it was so
live. alive, bro.
Yes.
Like between every trailer that they would play, somebody would yell, "We don't care. We want Spider-Man." And there were people dressed up as Spider-Man. Like I took pictures with people dressed up as like it was like the speculation around it just leading up to it. Then there was the leaked trailer that came out. When I saw the leaked trailer that came out of Doc Ock coming on, he said, "Hello, Peter." I flipped. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "They're doing it." It's an experience. Yeah, it was an experience. So
it controlled the internet for so long, leading up and past.
Yeah, bro, it did. Tom's presence in that film, not just that film. I thought he did good in all three of them, but his how he really dug in on that film, like the emotion he gave, like how much he was Peter to me. Again, I've given the example of on the bridge scene and the Doctor Strange ring thingy, like it just how he, bro. Tom does a great job.
He really, really does. Let's see. Hungry Almighty, my definitive Spider-Man was. Let's see. Spider-Man 2, Insomniac, Spider-Man 3, Spectacular Spider-Man's 4, Spider-Man the new animated series, and then 5 Tobey.
My definitive Spider-Man is definitely it's Andrew for me. Andrew is my definitive Spider-Man.
Yeah. I never understood people not liking him as Spider-Man. Like I loved him when that movie came out in 2011, 2012, whatever year that was. I loved it. I loved it. People were like, "Oh, he's too cool. He's too he looks like he can get the girl." I was like, I liked him. He was the best as far as the quippy Spider-Man. Like,
and then like I said, the way they brought him in, like that top of the building scene between the three Spider-Men when he was like, "I just don't want you to end up like me. I was bitter. I was mad. I got rageful." Bro,
that's why I need more Andrew in Sony. I want to see him be the Spider-Man who doesn't pull his punches.
That's why I want to see him. And like when Tom said, he was like, "I know what you're going through," and Tom said, "No, you couldn't possibly know." He said, "Okay." I was like, "Bruh."
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, you just don't know.
Dude, when he caught Zendaya.
Ah man, I was crying, bro. I was like, that's my Spider-Man. That's my guy.
When Toby was telling him he was amazing, I was telling him he was amazing too.
Yeah.
Like it was, we were all in our fields for that one for sure. Let's see. Ant-Man says, "I hope these Spider-Man movies will connect with Miles in some way because I want to see Miles in live action so badly." Yeah, we were just talking about that.
That theory, it's there. It's all happening. It's gonna start across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, it's all there.
Yes,
it's what Sony's trying to do. That's how they're connecting that with Secret Wars. That's why I don't think Miles and Andrew are gonna. Miles. That's Miles. Miles and Tom are not going to be the only Spider-Man we see because we're going to see, the rumors at least are Toby and Andrew. Toby and Andrew will be back for Secret Wars, and that's all. They're supposed to be in the Spider-Geddon stuff. You know.
I even heard rumors they might be in the Spider-Verse too.
Yeah. So, showing up in the Spider-Verse, and
it's all gonna connect. We're gonna get Miles live action for sure.
And the Toby or the Spider-Man that allegedly the Spider-Man that is trying to be killed in Madam Web, that they're traveling back in time trying to kill. I forget who it is. It's Toby's Spider-Man, because it's all like some of the things from the set resemble Sam Raimi's Spider-Man universe.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be that is Toby's Spider-Man that they are trying to save. So it's all connecting, bro. Yeah. But they have to have. So I'm sure all this is with the understanding that y'all are helping us with this, or Kevin Feige has. I'm sure it was not. Actually, I'm sure it wasn't even Sony saying y'all like we need. I'm sure it was Kevin Feige saying no. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to help you on this shit because y'all can't fuck this up. That's intertwining with our shit. Right. So you already fucked it up with Morbius.
Yes,
that didn't make any damn sense. No, and I still haven't seen that film. And I will never watch that movie.
I've not seen it either. I think didn't Q say you watched it?
Yeah, he gave in. No, you lied to me for 2 years, and then you took Spider-Man out the last week. No. Fuck Sony for that shit.
No. Yeah, no, I'm not forgetting that shit like it's the Alamo.
All right. Havoc Unbound says Spectacular is goated. That it was a good show. I was a little on the older side for it, but like for my nephew who's 17, that was his favorite. But also if we're gonna talk about the Spectacular Spider-Man comic line, that was great, and that actually had some really great Tombstone lines in that. If we're talking about the comics, but I think he's talking about the animated series. Sir Yuri G. Side note: Spectacular Spider-Man, in my opinion, is the best animated Spidey show for me. Wish it got season 3. Yeah, like I said, it was a good show. I'm just particular to animated because the animated series because of when I was born. Hungry Almighty, unpopular opinion, but I feel as though Miles should not become Spider-Man in the next Spider-Man trilogy. The reason why PS4 Miles worked is because Peter is already an experienced adult Spider-Man. If he were to come, it has to be in a third trilogy. Well, if he comes in Secret Wars, that changes things, though, because it doesn't necessarily mean that he's within Tom 616.
Right.
You know?
Well, it depends on if... It also depends on... Well, yeah, that's also true. But not if you get to a Spider-Man 5 and 6. We don't know the time gaps between these either.
This is true.
You know, we don't know where these are going to take place in which phase, what time, or where on the timeline in that phase.
Yeah.
So, you know, it could be a more aged, matured Spider-Man. Right. I know typically Marvel movies don't year jump like that. Typically they are all happening within the same sphere of time. But we also don't know what Marvel's doing in the future in these phases with Spider-Man. So,
well, like by the time Spider-Man 6 comes out, what year, you know?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
2030, you know?
Yeah,
we have no idea. Like, he could be by
because
then.
how old's Tom? Tom's like 25, 26.
He looks, he's something like that. Somewhere in that range.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's like, so he's, yeah. It's one of those.
Yeah, it'll hit him eventually. I mean, hopefully it doesn't take him till he's like, 40.
Right.
To look like he's 30, like Leonardo DiCaprio, but
we'll see. Sir Yuri G, as for Tom's Spidey movies, I just want him to deal with street crime and hope he at some point has some crossover moment with other heroes like Daredevil. And yeah, that's what we're getting. So
yeah,
we're all really excited for that. Johnny Steven, Daredevil, would know immediately because he can hear heartbeats. So yeah, he'll figure out Peter Parker's Spidey. Yeah, no, he'll definitely figure it out. James Matumbo, my prediction, Adam Scott from Madam Web will be the Uncle Ben for Tom Holland.
Yes. Oh, for Tom Holland. Well, the rumor is that Adam Scott is playing... Is he playing Ben?
I don't know. I hadn't heard anything about Adam Scott playing anything, actually.
No, yeah, he's in the film, but I can't remember if he's playing Peter's dad, because Mary Parker is... like, she's pregnant, and that's Emma. Is that girl's name Emma? American Horror Stories. Did you watch American Horror Stories?
I did.
Coven. She played Madison, blonde head.
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts. That Emma Roberts is the mother. She's carrying Peter. So she's playing.
And this is in the Madam Web.
In the Madam Web movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard any of that.
But I can't remember if he's Ben or if he's Peter's dad. But, okay.
Okay. CJ Velasquez, contact with Kevin Feige and ask him in writing a letter to him about making Marvel's Spider-Man No Way Home, alternate web cut version, and introduction, Uncle Ben, played by Jeff Dunham in Mysterio 2.
Would they do that? Don't know.
Right. Let's see. Raymond said Quantumania is the only film next year I'm interested in, and GOTG.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm interested in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, definitely. Grand Regent Thrag said I didn't like Miss Marvel, the character man.
I'm not a Kamala Khan fan either when it comes to especially her comics. But I liked Amon Vanali as her for sure. I thought Amon Vanali did an amazing job. It's especially because this was her first time acting. Period.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was her first time acting. Period. She never acted
I
before.
just know how passionate she was about it.
Yeah, she just loves like
Which I love
she's
seeing.
yeah. So she's great. I think jury's still out. I mean, not really, but you know, to see her interact with the wider MCU, which I think she's going to do an amazing job at, just because of how the character of Miss Marvel is. She's going to be like, oh my gosh, I know who you are. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm here. You know, like Amon Benali, she's cake on that. So.
Let's see. Johnny Steven said, "Man, I'm not letting y'all ish on Captain America: New World Order. I trust the director, writer. Only issue is Nate Moore."
No. I'm interested because, like what Julius Ona said about it, it's a paranoid thriller. You know, we talked about that one. Like I'm really curious to see not just that aspect of it, but how are we handling Sam in this?
Right.
What's it going to be like? But now, you know, you've got these are the rumors right now.
Right.
You've also got all the Hulks that are supposed to be in it, and I'm like,
Peter.
nah, I don't want all like red. Like there's obviously.
How does that tie into a paranoid thriller? You know, like how paranoid thriller, like on the edge of your feet.
Exactly.
When you got like.
Well, not only that,
going on.
you've got. Again, in the write, it depends on who writes Jennifer. I think at the same time, but Jennifer, she's gonna be breaking the fourth wall in a Captain America film.
Yeah.
If these rumors are even viable, but this is corroborated by a few, credible insiders. But Marvel is, has changed things.
Right.
But you've got all these Hulks. You've got smart fucking Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, how does that? That's not paranoid or thriller. That's not any of that shit.
Yeah.
And then, Ona did say that there's going to be tension between Ross and Sam, obviously because of, Sam being locked up, the raft and everything like that. But I think that I hope that the only Hulk, if there's going to be a Hulk, if we even see him as Hulk at that time, is Ross.
Right.
I don't want to see Jennifer there because at that point, is it a Captain America film?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Stamina MC, Guardians of Galaxy 3 has my attention for Phase 5 because of Peacemaker. I think Gunn is in a good place.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be really good. And like we've talked about before, someone will die. And the actors that are the actress that plays Nebula said after she read the script she was in tears.
Right, I heard.
And the actress that plays Mantis, they both said the same thing. So yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
Mantis is an empath, so. Let's see. Official Liam G is super excited for the Marvels.
Same. I just need them to handle
Yeah.
Monica correctly.
Yeah, don't go over 2. CJ Velasquez, an alternate web edition on Disney Plus. He'll be introducing Doctor Strange, Keanu Reeves from Tobey's Spider-Man world, Selena Gomez as Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, and Mystery, who fake his own death. Hot take there.
Yeah, because I don't see Marvel doing that at all.
Grand Regent Thrag, how do you think they roll dead people in Hugh Jackman's Wolverine? Deadpool? Oh. Deadpool to me.
How do you think they roll Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine?
I think Hugh Jackman's probably a one-off until Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll have to see, really.
Yeah, I think he's going to just be a one-off. Hugh Jackman said that he's going to be playing a more angrier version of he's going to be playing the most angry version we've ever seen of Wolverine. He's going to be in the comic accurate costume and everything. So I think it's going to be that's still out on that. We need more. We need to know more about the film. Some more things need to leak about it so we can talk about it. Then we'll know.
Let's see. Grand Regents Pumpkin's in there that people are cheering for, I guess. Gray said he stepped up his acting big time in No Way Home.
He definitely
I
did.
agree. It was definitely some new dimensions in depth. Hungry Almighty. To be honest, I can go back. I think that the MCU should have made TASM1.
TASM, The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. And 2 canon to the MCU, thus making Andrew Spider-Man the canon main MCU Spider-Man instead of rebooting with Tom Holland. That's what I wanted back in the day, but
They
we
didn't
have
have the
Tom
rights,
Holland,
bro.
and I like it.
Yeah, they didn't.
You know?
Like I said, I love Tom, but they also didn't have the rights. They didn't have shit. And Sony wasn't giving that up.
No.
Sony's never given that up.
No. Spoiler Kings, Kevin said, hold my beer to Sony. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
As well he should. Ant-Man said, the third Spider-Verse film is called Beyond the Spider-Verse. Also, Tobey Maguire is my definitive Spider-Man since I grew up watching him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the first time we got to see it on a big
first.
screen, so he'll always hold a special place in my heart. Like, I'll never
especially
forget
his
going and seeing those.
Oh no, I will
on the
never
big
forget
screen as a
seeing
kid.
the Spider-Man in 2002. I was in second grade. I will never forget seeing.
I saw that
film.
first movie 4 times in theaters.
Yeah, I
I
saw
think
it so
they
many
made my mom
times.
drag me.
It was great. I saw it with one of my best friends growing up at the time. Seeing that with him, it was great.
Yeah.
And especially, Spider-Man 2 holds a place for me. That is, to me, that's my favorite Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it sure is. Let's see. Pookie Wood's best Spider-Man song, classic 90s or spectacular?
Classic 90s.
Gotta go classic 90s.
Yeah, bro.
Do you know who's playing guitar on that?
I don't.
From Aerosmith.
Really?
The lead guitar, why am I blanking on his name?
We're talking Steven Tyler?
No, he's the lead singer. The lead guitar
the guitarist.
player. I'm blanking, but anyway, that's
that's
who is laying that down in that.
Well, it's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's I love that.
It's like a
song.
90s version of the 1960s, the 68 Spider-Man. Actually, if you break it down, it's the same melody, but. Yeah, but
it's great.
I'm sure my nephew would pick the spectacular Spider-Man. That's the other.
Oh, is that one? It doesn't have the deer near. It doesn't have that.
No, dude, and then at the end, the bomb.
The Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Yeah, no.
Radio Spider Blood.
Yeah,
Spider Blood.
yeah.
Radioactive.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I still
can't
get
top
hyped.
it.
That shit went hard.
You can't
so
top it.
You know what we're choosing over here. Raymond said Miles could be introduced in the next Spider-Man movie. Of that, Miles is separated from the Sonyverse Miles. Donald Glover did hint at him
on Homecoming.
He
That
did.
is true.
And there is that
'cause
again.
that is his name.
There's also that deleted scene of him still webbed to the car.
Yes.
And he's
Yes.
saying he's leaving a voicemail for Miles. He's like,
Yes.
Miles, I'm sorry I couldn't. Blah blah blah. So, it's there.
Yeah.
And not to mention Jamie Foxx. So there's got to be a black Spider-Man out here somewhere.
Yep. I agree. And that's kind of like in She-Hulk, her mentioning a Red Hulk. It's like that's got to lead somewhere.
Which
probably,
really
right?
pissed me. Yeah.
Sorry for bringing up She-Hulk. My bad. We were all in a good mood over here talking Spider-Man. Raymond said, I'm not even sure Zendaya and Ned are coming back. Yeah, like honestly, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know
signed,
that either.
But we will see. Spoiler Kings by Spider-Man 6. Tom will be like 40.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I was thinking that same shit. Like,
It's
it's
like-
gonna be old.
Yeah.
We're all gonna be old.
Let's see. Andre Ware, Spider-Man is how really good storytelling is. That's how Black Panther was supposed to be. Agreed.
Yep.
And I mean,
That's what Stan Lee meant when he was saying, I want you to see outside your window. What he meant is that he wanted relatable characters. He liked that Spider-Man had all this power, but he couldn't get the girl. He was late to class. He was trying to balance home life, work life, Spider-Man life. He wanted relatable characters. He wanted these to be supernatural beings that obviously aren't in our real world, but he wanted them to have real world issues.
Right.
and that's why, yes, I would agree. Spider-Man is
Right.
perfect storytelling. Let's see. Ashura, how long his stream starting? This Madam Web movie sounds dumb. Fanatic. Yeah, I mean, it's coming from Sony. We don't have high hopes, but Spider-Geddon and Madam Web are the two that I have the most faith in, I would say.
They have to get Madam Web right, I believe.
Yes.
Like, it has to be.
Especially
they gotta
us
get it
being
right.
animated fans. Hungry Almighty, apparently Taika said, I'd want to introduce a new character this time. I think Sentry show would be a lot of fun. I want to see Sentry, but Taika doing it? Nope. Yeah. Taika doing
yeah.
really anything else further in the
Yeah,
MCU.
no, he's on my don't let him come back list.
Yeah, he's fine if
Reeled
Kevin
in
Feige
and
keeps
confined.
keeps a short leash, but you let that guy run all over the place, you're going to get Love and Thunder every time.
Right.
Ashura Black Adam got sabotaged by critics. Not interested in Anthony Lackey. He is not for recast T'Challa.
Not just that. I also don't think Anthony Mackie is a great actor. I've said that so many times.
Mm-hmm.
He has brought nothing.
There's not much depth that he can offer, honestly.
No.
Let's see. Sure, not interested. Oh, sorry. Hungry Almighty, but I don't know if that's what he said. I just saw that on IG. Sure, if She-Hulk breaks fourth wall in the movie, it will fail. I agree. She didn't break wall in all the comics. It depended on the writer. So I could see them putting her in a movie where she doesn't break the fourth wall. So that's possible. Not excited for the Marvels. I heard the audio Kamala geeking over Carol and she joking about changing Monica's diapers.
Yeah, I saw the leak for that. There was also someone had a video of it too, because it was them doing like something like a rock paper scissors thing maybe. I'm not sure.
I hadn't seen that,
but I don't know. I got to see the trailer for myself first.
Yeah, for sure. Spoiler Kings, can't wait to see Wolverine in the yellow, all mean and violent.
Yeah,
Me
man.
too, brother.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, we all can't wait to see that. Grand Regent Thrag. I would love to see a late 80s, early 90s Psycho Sabretooth on screen, LOL. Guy is biggest comic book collector. Oh, sorry, I thought it was going to tie in. But yeah, no, I would love to see Sabretooth done right, because they did not do him right in that first X-Men movie.
No.
Yeah, dude, I have some old comic lines between Sabretooth and Wolverine that are so great. And then also, the 97 series.
The 97 series. Too.
That was fucking Sabretooth. I agree. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Then he also said... guys, as big a comic book collector I did not like Tobey's Spider-Man movies. Something about him I just didn't dig. I think Tom is my favorite Spider-Man. That's fair.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got a few more to get through. Dougie Fresh, Spectacular Spider-Man is peak. Ant-Man, Spider-Man, TAS.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man was my introduction to Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Sure. Wow. Joe Perry. Yes, thank you. That's from Gray. That's the guitarist from Grand Regent Thrag.
Gray I'm just has knowledge in every realm.
He does, man. Dropping it for us.
Are you? Well, I didn't know that.
Well, happy for you.
That's okay. That's okay because I'm on my last leg of my 20s. I am on my way out, and it is very, very, very sad.
It's pretty weird. I turn 29 next week, and it feels strange.
I'm not ready for it.
Let's see. Official Liam G. Black Cat in Spider-Man 4, played by Tati Gabriel. That's what I would like. We can take an MJ break for a bit. Let Peter miss her for a bit. That would be a good love interest you could do, is the Felicia Hardy. Black Cat.
I forgot about Felicia Hardy.
Mm-hmm. And I have her first appearance, so if she does come in, we'll bring that into the studio as well. Let's see, Ashura. That first MCU Spider-Man end credit scene has become absolutely BS.
I don't remember which one it is.
I don't remember which one it is.
That's the one with Scorpion, I believe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Grand Regent Thrag, don't let him back, LOL. Raymond, lock him and Ryan out. Raymond, also a Century film would be interesting. Who would play him? How'd they write him? Will Zack Snyder direct it? Next time on, oh look, another Superman movie. It's pretty funny. Hungry Almighty, Falcon just doesn't work as a solo guy. It's almost like giving Robin, Tim Drake a solo movie. Yeah, it's got to be.
I'm like I said,
it's got to be Nightwing.
We'll see.
And then last one, Grand Regent Thrag. Damn, now I think about it, Mackie really ain't great. LOL, he's dry.
He really is, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you. Like, Mackie just doesn't, I don't know. For me, personally, I'm just like, ugh. But, so we'll move on here to that last topic. And the last topic that we're going to move to is just Ryan Coogler discussing his future with Marvel Studios. He was talking about BP3.
They were talking about that. Then we're going to get into. Let me make sure I have those right.
There's also obviously something else we've talked about and we all know about, the multiple spin-off projects for Wakanda Forever, or for Wakanda Forever, I'm sorry, for the Black Panther franchise within the MCU and what those are going to possibly look like. So we're going to talk about that. And the first thing we're going to get into, though, is going to be the advanced ticket sales here. The advanced ticket sales for Wakanda Forever. And when I show these things, I'm not showing these things again because I want the film to fail. That's not what I want. No. What I'm showing you is just the effects of not having the franchise's main character. Yes. Because this was not an issue. Now granted, there was not a film like Multiverse of Madness that came out that was, that Wakanda Forever was trying to beat out or whatever.
Yeah.
Or coming off this film, Wakanda or Doctor Strange, or the first Black Panther film wasn't coming off of a Multiverse of Madness type film. But at the end of the day, even if it would have been coming off the heels of a Multiverse of Madness type film, the vibe, the feel, as I've said so many times, around BP1 compared to BP2,
not even close.
Vastly different.
Not even close.
Vastly different. You got people saying, I ain't going to watch this. You got more, it seems like more and more people every day saying, I don't know. And not only that, shout out to Cornelius, because Cornelius is one of our day one subscribers. Appreciate him being here. And appreciate everybody else being here too. Smash that like button.
Yes.
If you're new here, subscribe and everything like that. But Cornelius sent me this morning the mid-credit scene. So I have now seen the mid-credit scene.
Oh, have you?
And I'm going to be, as I'm going to come in Friday and be honest, I'm going to be completely honest with you right now. If I didn't have this YouTube channel and I didn't already buy a ticket, I could wait before. I don't even know if I'd watch it on the 40 because I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm so good. I am so good, and this not just so good, but it's also like knowing that we've been talking. It's different. You can say, yeah, I've been talking about this for months because we have been talking about the plot leak for months.
Yeah.
This is something we've known about little TJ for months. We didn't know if he was going to be called T'Challa Jr., but hey, that's what they went with. But we've known about the bastard child for months.
Yeah.
But reading it and seeing it, two different things.
Yeah.
When I saw it, that just solidified it for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't. It wasn't what they for the average fan, the average viewer, the viewer that's coming in here not knowing shit about recast or knowing the significance of this character. That I'm sure to you was a very touching mid-credit scene. And again, that's what Marvel wants.
Yeah.
They want it to be that. They want to say, thank you. Oh God. Okay, we did good. Well, we send them off good, and then we Marvel wants that praise.
I loved it yesterday when you said they were looking for a pat on the back.
They are. They want a pat on the back.
Absolutely nailed it. That's what this all is about.
That's all it's about. It's they want to make sure that the public knows that they're still grieving and we want our pat on the back as we send off our colleague and friend and beloved brother and all that shit. But again, 20% behind Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Why? Because the franchise's main character. I've seen some people saying, well, the franchise is what? Let me make sure, because I want to make sure I'm always want to make sure I get people's exactly what they said. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, I've seen some people saying that it's fine, we've still got all these other great actors in here. And I agree, as I've said before. Angela Bassett. I adore Angela Bassett. I know what she's about to bring to this film, and I'm not knocking off any of the other. It's never been about that. It's not even about that. But I'm gonna compare it to this too.
The
Jackson 5. When Mike split, wasn't nobody going to watch the Jackson 5?
That's a good.
Only time his brothers were relevant was when they did an anniversary special with him, and that was once.
Correct. Yeah.
That was once.
Yeah.
Why? Because you took the main guy, the lead guy, the guy that everybody cared about, the dude that when he pops out on stage, don't even got to say shit. Motherfucker's passing out.
Yeah.
You took him when he left.
Yep.
Everybody left with him.
There's a reason they re-released the Black Panther toys from the first movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're taking the main guy, T'Challa, off the screen.
Yep.
And by doing that, you are now, for those that don't really know the story, for those of us that do know the story are like, I'm good.
Yeah.
But for those that don't really know the story, look at the reviews that we were reading. And if you think, it was at an 88% when we read yesterday. I believe it's at like an 83 now.
Yeah.
And didn't I say yesterday it's going to continue to drop? Yeah. And I also said it's really going to, as I said, it's going to be divided. When everybody sees, when the general audience gets to see this after the opening weekend, you're going to have your people that are going to say, like Matt Ramos said, something just didn't sit right. Where's though? Even the people that don't know shit about recast are going to come out saying, I'm not saying everybody, some people are going to come out saying, they needed T'Challa.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be some people saying, man, Marvel just, God, they did so good. It's so good. It's Chadwick's. Those people are wrong.
Yeah.
And the people that are coming out saying and again, it's not because I'm trying to push my agenda. I don't have an agenda. It's not that. What I'm saying is you just need the franchise's main character. How are you doing things without the franchise main character? So that's what we're seeing here with this 20%.
Oh, yeah.
Black, because that feel from the first one, it's just not there.
The feel from Multiverse of Madness isn't there. Like there's just not the same buzz that there typically is, and I'll tell you why. Typically, moving in, what controversy? Marvel hasn't had any Ezra Millers, you know.
Right.
What controversy do they typically have going into a movie release? What debate on whether or not people are going is there ever had? There's not. This is new territory. They've decided within minutes to go this direction, and then this is how things are unraveling for them. This is how, you know, it's not going to tank. It's a Marvel movie. It's going to do okay, but it's not. They think it's going to do anywhere near or have anywhere near the impact of that first movie. They're smoking crack.
Oh, no, yeah. What'd you say yesterday? Nate Moore is on?
He takes his Ambien.
Well, I'm telling you, they're all, there's no way, bruh, because, you know, I've seen some people saying, well, Multiverse of Madness had so much more to offer. How quickly we fucking forget. This film, the first BP, made $1 billion. Multiverse of Madness didn't make $1 billion.
No.
This film made $1 billion.
Yeah.
So you can throw in all the Flash in this with your Professor X's and all that, but we're talking about the King here. We're talking about T'Challa here. You're talking about people that were waiting, like I said, it's since the height of the Civil Rights Movement to see this character on screen. 50 plus years to see this character on screen. That's what you're talking about here. That's because, again, this is the MCU people, the regular people, the people that were introduced to BP in 2018 saying these things. They don't know how deep rooted the character is, period. You see it at face value. You see it at the MCU. Baby, we're not talking about the MCU. No. We're talking further than the MCU. We're talking about what this character means culturally, what this character means just to everyone in general. Anyone that watches this, even to you MCU fans, when you watch the character, what happened? You fell in love with him. Now, you want to fall in love harder? Go really learn about the character. To the source material. You thought you loved that. Go really learn about the character. So, nah, bro, you gotta switch it up. Like,
it was his very creation in and of itself was a statement by Marvel. They made a statement. They made. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I guarantee you that when they put out that issue of Fantastic Four, I guarantee you, I don't have to look it up. They got backlash for that.
Oh, I'm
shit.
sure.
You know that they got backlash. For
even
that.
the panels of him kicking the fucking KKK's ass. I'm sure they got backlash for it.
Yeah, those are the we have people right now being like, I don't think I'm gonna go see this movie. The first movie, the only people who were saying that was the KKK. You know, they were like, they were posting, don't go see this movie.
Yeah,
you know,
everybody was ready for this one. Everyone, bro. I don't even know how many times I saw it in theaters, bruh.
Yeah.
I saw it so many times. Like I was so amped for this.
They did so well.
They did such a good job on it. Like I was amped for it. I really was.
Yeah.
Like I
can only
rewatched that
imagine,
first
yeah.
one often. So
Yeah.
you know.
No,
That's
like
what I'm
for
saying.
instance, so like my fiance, during the pandemic, I had never seen any of the Harry Potters, and you know we worked in restaurants at the time, so we had to be at home, so we ran out of shit to watch.
Right.
So she made me watch all the Harry Potters, and I was like, "You're gonna watch all the Marvels," because she had only of the MCU, she had only seen Spider-Man because she liked Spider-Man, and she saw Black Panther. You know, because of what a big deal it was. So,
Right.
like, she was like, "Oh, I've seen Black Panther." Like, I remember that was one of the first movies we watched, just like on her couch, like when we started dating. Like, it's the impact. Like, she was not a superhero person.
And those
At least she
wondering,
didn't think.
Kellen's fiance is black. She's,
Yes. So she like talking to her, and honestly, I've never been a piece of shit racist, but I've always been. Had the views that I have, like, but I'll just say in the last 4 years being with her, I've learned so much. I've learned so much. Like, you don't know what you don't know, and that is so true. And the
Right.
amount of things that I would have never crossed my mind, I never would have thought were a problem, or even just the things that like she has to go through with her hair. That I would not have ever guessed, or
Right.
like certain things that she would do, and I'd be like, why don't you do this?" And she's like, "Because it would fuck up my hair."
Right,
And,
right.
like, just so many things that I've learned that now like I'm aware of. But it was just not even within my realm. But no, like she talked about the impact of that movie on her, and like on her friends and on her family. Like, I was at a family barbecue, and I got them on the recast chain because they were talking about like, "Oh, well, didn't Zuri play
Right.
to take over the mantle?" And I was like, "Son, man." Anyway,
Yeah.
I broke it down for her. But like all the people in her family and her godmother and everybody, like, I guarantee if I brought up Doctor Strange, they'd be like, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" But they knew who Black Panther was, and that's what that was. But that. We're ending that legacy because that's the best way to honor.
Right. And
Chad.
while that's what I'm saying, it's weird, it's morbid. And while ending that legacy, we're talking about developing multiple Black Panther spin-offs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, we knew about this already, bruh. We knew about the Okoye series. Now, I'm not now, listen here. I still want an Okoye series.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
But again,
What's the point?
it's like, what is this an origin? Or what are we getting here? Because is she just walking around Wakanda the entire time, and the fucking King's Guard?
Yeah.
And she's not around T'Challa? Like, what are we getting with an
nobody
Okoye
in guard.
series? Like, it's so the spin-offs. Let me see what they were quoted saying here. The director added how his focus right now... Oh, that's the... No. We're going to get to that. That's not that one. Actually, we'll go there. Coogler also addressed the perspective... Actually, I got to move this over. Sorry, can't see that shit, that damn glare.
Yeah, it's tough.
There we go. Okay, Coogler also addressed the prospects of directing Black Panther 3 and Avengers Secret Wars, saying that he definitely has no idea what he's doing next, which I
He doesn't know what he's saying next.
Yeah. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige noted there have been talks with the director about a Wakandan threequel, but not tackling the multiversal blockbuster. The director added how his focus right now is on the release of Wakanda Forever, which he sees as the final obligation as a filmmaker. Coogler continued to avoid questions on his filmmaking future, but noted that he sees some rest and family time ahead next. It's very difficult because you're exhausted and emotionally spent, and I'm trying to give it my all and full attention. After that, I'll figure out what's going on with me. But I think it's going to be some rest and time and family time.
Told you he's taking Ambien, bro.
In a separate this is Coogler, not Nate Moore.
Oh, okay, never mind.
In a separate interview with Variety, Marvel Studios producer, now this is Nate Moore. Nate Moore hinted at the spin-offs by promising Wakanda Forever will leave more opportunities to go back to Wakanda. Okay, the world is expansive, and there are so many great characters. Beyond what happens with this film, beyond what happens, that's what he's telling you right there. So for everybody talking about, oh, there's still hope, they're still doing this, they're still miss me, bro. Again, coming into conversations, not knowing what the fuck you talking about, not researching the stuff. You're going in just based off shit you're seeing on Twitter. I want to know, for everybody saying that too, please show me anything that Marvel has done or said that hints or gives you hope outside of Kevin Feige's at the time it was just too soon. Mm-hmm. Because I don't even know if that was sincere. I don't know if that was sincere, if that was just to say something to shut them the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of seeming that way now.
So let me know something that gives you the illusion that T'Challa, not TJ, T'Challa is coming back in the future. I'll continue to read. He said, beyond what happens in this film, there are more opportunities to go back to Wakanda. Again, he's telling you right there. Moore teased that while some ideas for Disney Plus spin-offs will involve existing characters from the Black Panther franchise, there are others that would be completely new. Of course, we gotta invent new shit because you gotta invent new shit for the shit that you're not using.
Yeah.
Okay. Although the producer avoided answering exactly how many spin-off projects are in development, he said there is no shortage of ideas. Let's put it that way. Again, you want to know why there's no shortage of ideas? Because they've got to. No, first of all, he's covering. They've cut because they've got to do mental gymnastics in these writing rooms now. Yeah. When they open a writer's room for BP3 or any Wakandan anything with what. And in it with Kunda in it, I'm telling you, they are gonna have to do mental fucking gymnastics.
It's not getting in there and writing a script and working with like comic source material.
Yeah, bro,
or anything
you're not.
Like
it's
that.
like like
how can we possibly make this make sense at this point?
That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. What do we do? What do we do? Like it's like DeMayo, who they just hired. Why was DeMayo not happy with what was going on with The Witcher? Because you had people involved that didn't know the source material. Yeah. You had people involved that had never even read anything about known anything about The Witcher at all. Mm-hmm. He said that's the difference in the 97 writers room he's in. Mm-hmm. Everybody in there knows and is geeked out about the X-Men. This writers room for BP anything and with Wakanda. They're going to have to do somersaults in their heads to figure out how they're going to tell any story. Mm-hmm. Actually, it's not even somersaults. They've given us what they're going to do with the mid-credit scene. They're going to take TJ, and I've seen this online too, people saying this, with Storm. I guarantee you, actually I don't want to guarantee anything, but I am on the side of believing this because this is some shit Marvel would do. Mm-hmm. That little TJ... during his teenage years, adult life, or whatever, however they do it, however they age him up, that's gonna be Storm and T'Challa's relationship. I've seen a lot. And
TJ.
And I don't know if that's what they're gonna do. I don't even know if they're gonna make a relationship between the two. I don't know. Again.
I mean, if that's going to be T'Challa...
Yeah, they've dug a hole that they cannot get out of. And again, let me go back up to Coogler because I want to make sure I'm being very accurate with what I'm saying with Coogler here. Mm-hmm. Backing up to him. He has every right, like we've said, to feel this way.
Yeah, of course.
This is his friend. He's still hurting. If you are coming into spaces and you're like, nah, fuck his feelings. No.
Yeah,
fuck his feelings on Black Panther.
Yeah.
But not fuck his feelings on the overall situation here. Yeah. Because this man is still hurting. You audibly heard that in that podcast. Mm-hmm. He's still hurting.
Yeah.
So I think I agree with him here. Rest and family time.
take a lot of that.
Yeah.
And while you're doing that, I'm no disrespect when I say this. Don't come back to the BP franchise.
Yeah.
You can't come back to the BP franchise because you are too jaded
Hopefully
on
he
the
wouldn't
franchise.
want to at this point. Like it seems like it would just be a constant reminder, but I mean, that's,
I mean,
but I don't know. That's
what I'm saying. You know, he can't come back to the franchise. He can't. No. He cannot. He's too jaded. He's already, like you said. You would think he wouldn't want to. He's already said, I didn't think that we should have done a BP too.
It's just a conflict of interest at this point.
It is.
It's just not like, you know, it's too big a fan base. It's too big a character. It's too big a studio.
Yeah.
To have somebody at the helm of something that is clearly compromised and is going to it. Yeah. It's just.
It is, bro.
He can't remove his friend from T'Challa, and that's a problem. You can't have that guy.
Yep, and I agree. I completely agree. And it's like, I just think you take that time. It's not. I've seen people saying no. You know, take some time, then come back. No, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Don't come. No disrespect.
Yeah.
No, and I mean this. I really do. I mean that. It's nothing against Ryan Coogler.
The first film was great.
It was. It's nothing against Ryan Coogler.
We sang his praises when that movie came out.
But do not come back.
Yeah. No.
Your outlook on this entire franchise is gone.
Yeah, he's too close to it to not be biased.
And I hate to even put it this way. I really do. I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
Kellen.
you're fine.
I hate to even put it this way. I really do. But you can take some of them actors and actresses with you.
Right.
sorry.
Yeah.
And again, that's not me trying to be any, but they are all too deeply invested, and rightfully so, in
it's
Chadwick.
understandable. Nobody's bashing them for it.
But y'all got to go.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it needs to move forward. The story still needs to be told. And if they can't be on board with that in the way that it should be done because of their closeness to Chadwick, then yeah, I agree. They just simply can't be a part of these future projects. Yeah.
And then Moore said, the last thing I'll touch on here, there's no shortage of ideas to put away, blah, blah, blah. The completely new thing and tease some of the teasing ideas and things like that. Whatever story they said, it's like I said yesterday, whatever story they tell, one of the critics said, this film felt like a placeholder.
Yeah.
Whatever story they tell, it's always a Wakanda series, an Okoye series, BP3, BP4, however long, even with little TJ's presence.
Yeah.
Until you recast T'Challa, everything's going to be a placeholder in the BP franchise.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
You have to put him back on his throne.
Yeah, no one cares otherwise.
And the last thing that we are going to say here is Kevin Feige said, this mythology and this ensemble and these characters deserve to continue and will continue after all of us are gone. I hope and will continue forever in movies that the way it has in the comics for 50 plus years. That's wild to me. And the reason that's wild to me for everybody saying, well, I think Kevin Feige might have, he might have had a say. You think? Mm-hmm. You sure? Because he's just said the same thing that we've all been saying. And he's the president, bruh. Mm-hmm. If he wanted something done, boom, done.
Yeah.
That's, so I'm looking at, again, it's crazy to me. Yeah. I hope and will continue forever in movies the way it has in comics for 50 plus years. These characters deserve to continue and will continue after all of us are gone. Yes. And you want to know why they're going to continue after all of us are gone? Because they're going to fucking be recast.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
That's why.
Yep.
Because we're going to die.
Yep.
Some of us are going to die peacefully. Some of us are going to die traumatically. Some of us are going to die in ways that are going to be really terrible. Whatever.
Yeah. But the movies are still going to come out after.
At the end of the day, though, these fantasy characters still move on.
Yeah. I don't understand this because it's such a contradiction of how they handled. And also, I want to point out, like, we're talking 50 plus years, okay? So if we're talking we're talking modern Marvel comics. We're not talking like back in the day when they used to do like the Western comics and all that stuff. But like superhero comics. The first one was Fantastic Four issue number 1. That was 1961. By issue 52, that's 1965. That's Black Panther. So literally, if we're talking about the history of Marvel, there was only even 4 years where Black Panther did not exist. It is literally one of the within the first 5 years of Marvel, Black Panther was already in existence for a year. That's how far back Black Panther goes.
Right.
Boom. Knowledge, facts, right there.
Yeah.
This character transcends your immortalization for Chadwick.
Because like you always say, there's so many people who act like Black Panther wasn't around until 2018.
I'm telling you.
And it's like, no, dude, 1965. My mom was 2.
I'm telling you, like I said, bro, we've seen Jack Kirby talk about why he created the character.
Yes.
And then people come in with this, oh, well, Chadwick is no. And I'm telling you, the more people say that, the weirder it gets. The more people say that, the weirder it gets.
Yes.
Like, Chadwick is that character. Chadwick is him. I can't see anyone else playing him. Have that energy. Again, God forbid. But let me put it this way. Would you have that energy if this were Tom Holland?
Right.
With Spider-Man.
No.
And I'm talking after No Way Home.
Right.
And they're announcing, no. Yeah, after No Way Home. And they've announced all this new stuff. Something, God forbid, because I love Tom. I don't want anything to happen to any of them. To no one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a hypothetical situation. Let's use that same energy.
Yeah.
If something was to happen to Tom, after these announcements and you were promised this and all this, and Feige came out and said, we are no longer, because of what Tom Holland did with the character, we are not going to recast. His iteration transcends any iteration. That's what he said about T'Challa. His iteration transcends any iteration. What other iterations?
Yeah, he was the first.
Like, what other iteration? Like, Marvel be miss, bro.
Yeah.
God. So if he came out and said that about Tom Holland, would that be your energy? Would you say, oh, no, I agree, Kevin? Or would you say, wait a minute, wait.
Yeah.
We're not going to see Spider-Man, Peter Parker?
Yep, once it's personal, once it's your character being fucked with.
Yeah, it's no fun when it's your character being fucked with. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So you can't tell me, bro, none of you can look me in the eye, can come in these comments, can tweet me anything and say I would have that same energy because you're a liar.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Yep.
Like,
anyone who
there's
said
no
that
truth
would
in that.
be being disingenuous.
There's no truth in that because
it's
the same
never
way
been done before.
No, the same way I'm saying it for T'Challa. If they came out and said the shit about Spider-Man, I'd have that same energy.
Yeah.
These are fictional characters. We as comic book readers, not just comic book readers, people that have grown up loving these characters, whether it was from comic books, whether it was from TV shows, coloring books, a magnet on the refrigerator, I don't care.
Yeah.
We deserve to see their stories fleshed out if you're going to tell them. We had the conversation last night about fan films and things like that.
Yeah.
When you start leaving with the way technology is, we've seen the deep fake of John David Washington, with the way technology is going, with what Star Wars Theory is doing with his fan fiction film and everything like that. With you, if you let's not only forget that. Let's talk about the dude that did the deep fake stuff for Luke Skywalker for Mandalorian Season 2 did such a better job than what Marvel did, or than what Disney Lucasfilm did, that they brought him on for the stuff for him to show up in Boba Fett and look so much fucking better.
Yeah.
So if you got
crazy.
fans with the power to do this at home, you better pick your shit up before somebody makes a better film than you.
Right.
Then you start to have big problems.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, that's a real conversation going around
Fans
the internet.
know what they want.
Exactly.
You know?
Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy. So, that's what I have to say on the recast news today. That'll be the
last
recast news today.
Recast until the movie.
That's the last thing we see until the movie, because we're not live tomorrow, because we see this. And again, I'm being truthful, bro.
Yeah.
If we didn't have this channel and I didn't buy a ticket, I'm good. I am in no anticipation to get to this theater tomorrow. I am good. I'll, if you want to see the post-credit scene, once we're done, because I can't play it on here, guys. Sorry. I will show it to you.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. So, but as always, question is for you guys. Let us know down below what you're thinking of the newest comments and everything with recast. What you're thinking about Nate Moore talking about anything with the stuff, the spin-off series for Wakanda with the comments Coogler made about, needing the time to rest. Kevin Feige talking about I hope and will continue forever in movies the way that it has been in comics for 50 plus years. Here we go. I'm telling you. So, bro, if you are a regular viewer here, if you're not, and if this is new for you, before you even go into the comment section, I implore you to go to our playlist for Recast T'Challa. The receipts are laid out.
Yeah.
Marvel contradicts themselves week after week after week. This energy, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
But again, let us know down below.
That's
in the
Thunderbolt
comments.
Ross energy. That's not T'Challa energy.
Let us know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking. We'll get to these comments.
All right.
Yeah.
We got Raymond saying T-Baby, question mark. Dougie Fresh saying I'm pissed. We all are. Gray says Chris Gore film threat shredded this movie during his review today. I bet he did.
I'm sure. There are a lot of people that have been coming out and not loving it. I'm telling you, wait, bruh. Wait till the audience gets to see this and watch how divided this.
Right. Once it's the audience too, it's not just.
I'm not talking. Yeah, the critics be damned.
Yeah.
Because these are the same critics that said Black Adam is just terrible, and it's not. No.
Let's see. Dougie Fresh said I can't forgive their decision for T'Challa ever. D. Steezel says 100 on that. Grand Regent Thrag says this is a slick way for them to change T'Challa to how they want to make him. He's gonna have to go through a no dad issue arc and be angry and all that BS. Yeah. Honestly, we've talked about the tropes a lot. And with all due respect to Miss Bassett, I'm coming to the movie to see her.
That's the thing I'm telling you. Angela Bassett is gonna have to carry this, and from my understanding, she gives an Oscar, and I don't expect anything different from Angela Bassett.
Has she ever won an Oscar?
No.
I hope she gets it for this then.
She's not. So
she's so deserving. All the amazing roles that she's been in,
And I could be wrong, but I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. I don't believe Angela Bassett has won an Oscar. I don't believe so.
Of a film that she's won one.
No, I don't believe she has, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy considering the roles that she has played and things that she's done. Like I said, the woman does not age.
No, she really doesn't.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Let's see. Hungry Almighty, just like me, my friend was invited to watch Wakanda for never, and unlike me, who said no to T'Challa, no ticket, he said he'll go. But now I showed him little TJ, and he was like, "Nah, guys, I'm not going."
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I mean, there's a lot of that going around. Like we were saying, there's a reason it's 20% less pre-sales than the last Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
Raymond, I hate the whole thing people bring up saying if they recasted people would have never been mad and upset and boycotted. Man, please. People were mad when Hugh was casted as Wolverine and Heath as Joker.
Yeah.
And look,
You remember the shit they were saying about Heath? This Brokeback Mountain is playing, Brokeback Mountain Boys playing Joker and all this kind of shit. They said the same shit about Robert Pattinson, Twilight Boy playing like, bruh. Like, you don't know shit
Ben Affleck
until you actually see it. It's like I said yesterday. Anytime you put some like when you say the shit like Ryan Coogler said, again, no disrespect to him, but when you say the shit like he said, when he was like, that's the guy, he's the guy, I can't see nobody else in that role. That's subjective. That's your opinion.
Yes.
That's your opinion.
And it's handicapping people.
Bruh.
It's taking away spotlight from another. You could either bolster someone's career in that role, or you could make
it's weird that you wouldn't want to.
It's so strange
that you're like
you're gatekeeping it.
You're in the black community, and you said, like we talked about last night, like your exact words. There's so many young black actors that would love to cut their teeth on a role like this, but you were sitting there saying, "Nah, bruh, I'm good."
Yeah.
But you were once that boy with the same dream.
Yeah.
How quickly we forget.
It's
Again,
so
being
true.
brainwashed, bro. Like that token. He's that token over there. Him and Nate Moore. They are just the token faces.
Yeah.
Completely desensitized. Do whatever the fuck Massa says. Sorry, I'm taking it there.
Right.
Do whatever the fuck Massa says and then move on.
Yeah.
Just be the face. And that shit is weird to me, bro. It's weird.
Yeah. No, honestly, like, get to that position to pull more people up. Don't kick when you're up at the top. Don't kick other people who look like
man.
you down.
That's crazy.
Pull them
man.
up.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Let's see. Raymond said, "What happened?" Official Liam G said it's back at an 86%.
Oh, is
right
it?
now.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's jumping up. Probably more positive reviews.
Raymond said, "And people will be pissed when they recast Wolverine in the MCU. I'll be the same thing." Yeah, I mean nobody likes change. There's always problems anytime.
Everybody's
they cast
always got
people,
something to
but
complain about.
You truly don't know until you see them on the screen do it. Let's see. Pookie Wood says 90s is so awesome. I agree. We had good commercials back then too.
I love to miss the 90s, man. Miss the 90s.
It was a good time. Dougie Fresh, they have dropped a nuke on the Black Panther franchise. I don't see a recovery anytime soon, or maybe even at all. Honestly, it's hard.
I'm at the point to, again, everything's a placeholder. So at all for me right now.
Yeah.
If you've seen the post-credit scene, although it be it that little boy, he did a good job in his little TJ role. I will give credit where it's always due. But no, thank you. If you've seen it, you know.
Yeah.
Nah.
Let's see. Let's scroll back. Yeah, keep doing that. Let's see. Pookie Wood said no other characters, 3 good theme songs. Grand Regent Thrag said fire. Dr. Steezel. Doctor Strange got upstaged by Wanda, schooled on the multiverse by Wong, and a kid in his own film. These are true points. Q is here in spirit.
Oh yeah, that's
Tapping
Q's
his
favorite
chest.
character.
Yeah,
So
Q's right there with you, bud. Let's see. Stamina MC. Black Panther 2 doesn't have the cultural buzz this time out. No, it does not.
No.
That energy that snakes out beyond film and into music, sports.
yep.
The last time it transcended.
Yes, sir.
It was cultural.
Very well said.
Well said. Stamina MC.
Yeah.
We agree. And
What were you saying? It was what?
It transcended culture.
Yeah,
it
did.
It transcended. There's certain things that it become a cultural phenomenon, and it's more than because it's a huge thing. It's not what it was when we were kids. When we were kids, it was like us loving comic books. It wasn't as huge as it is now, and it's not like it wasn't even as cool as it is now.
It wasn't.
Now it's
Yeah,
huge.
it wasn't like Star Wars. Me being the Star, I was a Star Wars fan, but I was a Star Wars fan.
Right. Yeah.
Because none of my friends were into Star Wars. Like I had one friend, like Henry, our producer, who I grew up with. But it was like between us, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's grown, but then even in a place where it had grown, when that first Black Panther movie came out, it transcended. It was a cultural thing. I mean, there's a reason that they're attaching all this stuff to the NBA and stuff, and it's because of what that first one was.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's why they're showing the NBA. That's why the NBA is getting the Wakanda Forever commercial. Like it's
like so like Saturday is a big UFC. Israel Adesanya, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's one of 3 African-born UFC champions that there has been. He's Nigerian-born, and so they have him doing stuff like that with that. He just lost his belt, but Kamaru Usman is another Nigerian-born champion who's about to get his. It was a fluke that he lost. He's going to get his belt back, but he's actually in this film.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, so they super because of the response from athletes in that first movie. They're attaching all that they can onto black athletes, honestly, and black stars trying to.
It's interesting too, though.
Pandering.
Victor Oladipo was going. Yes, he went up to Chadwick.
Mm-hmm.
But it's that I don't know, bruh. I don't know. You can't. I was watching somebody's podcast earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And they said the same. I don't remember who it was. Forgive me. But they were saying the same thing. At the end of the day, you need that. And this is not being misogynistic at all.
Right.
But you still need that strong male
Yes.
lead character.
Yeah.
Like Suri Cool. Like, bro, again, no one's disputing that. We all saw BP.
Yeah.
We saw the first one.
Yeah.
We saw the fucking, and even in the comics, if you know your shit, the Dora Milaje are strong.
Oh yeah.
Like they're strong black women that are right there. Like that's what Wakanda is.
Yeah,
That's what it's
based
supposed
in
to
reality
be.
too.
Yeah, like
You know,
bruh,
historically.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what like the Woman King. That's what it's based like. It's based
Yeah,
on
it's based on that.
So it's like, you know, nobody's saying that, but you need that strong male. That's so.
The absence of a strong male presence, specifically
Yeah.
within culturally like a black
Yes,
movie,
yeah,
we know
bruh.
what they're doing.
like
Little TJ growing up a bastard, they're gonna do that.
Yeah, they know
really.
what
And
they're
we're talking
doing.
T'Challa.
yeah,
Like
they know what they're
gonna
doing.
T'Challa, the king's son's growing up, not knowing his daddy,
And he wants
We're
to.
doing that.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. And spoiler alert. I know most of y'all don't care. In the trailer or in the mid-credit scene, we find out that Nakia's telling Letitia, T'Challa wanted to hide him from the world and the pressures of the throne. So you're telling me T'Challa wanted to do the whole contradict the lesson he learned in
Yeah.
BP1 about hiding secrets from you know
Right.
this and this and that with his own cousin? Like you're creating shit that does not have to be there. Like
Yeah.
that, bro. That's why I'm saying. Like it took me
That's-
out. Like I was like, T'Challa wants to hide his son from the pressures of the throne. Like what?
Yeah.
Like get the fuck
Yeah.
out. Like
That's ridiculous.
and I hate Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm telling you. But this, just wait till Friday. We'll see Friday after, because I haven't seen it. Obviously, I've just seen the mid credit. So we'll see on Friday.
Well, sure is saying, preach Pastor Darius.
Appreciate it,
Get
sure.
out that Jay Pam fan.
No, for
Hot
real.
Sunday morning.
Literally.
Gray said this Wakanda Forever and Aoki Wakanda series reminds me of that Dream Girl scene where they were highlighting Curtis' new act after making this label off of Thunder Early. Yeah. Oh my
I haven't
gosh.
seen that movie in a minute.
Oh my gosh, someone needs to make a meme. The different movie, but it just made me think of it. of Shuri in her Black Panther costume and just clip. Ain't no one here to see you, Otis.
That's funny.
Oh shit. Okay, Ant-Man said, I'm still gonna see, but I read the plot leak and how they killed T'Challa. He died of an unknown illness and he kept his illness a secret, just like Chadwick.
Oh yeah.
Really profiting off his death.
I'm telling you, man, this was gonna be. I'm gonna. Yeah, I might have to take an Ambien before we go in.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, I'm gonna be taking some milligrams. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, for sure.
You know how I do. Let's see. Dougie Fresh, due to Chadwick's passing and seeing how they're handling the future, I get sad even thinking about watching the first movie. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
So it just seems like a waste now. D. Steezel, they sabotage their own franchise with the sequel. Agreed. Pookie Wood, please, turning 42 in January. Cry face. It's all good, brother. It's just a number. Hungry Almighty, I'm sorry. Okoye series left my ass off. Please no. That's 20 times worse than Robin Tim Drake getting a TV show.
That's what I'm saying. I'm confused what it's about.
Yeah, like I don't even know where they're going with that. Havoc Unbound. This should be a movie about celebrating his life, but instead they're celebrating his death.
Yep.
Exactly.
I've been saying
that's all that's focused
needs
on.
to be celebrated.
And it's like, can nobody?
Is Jackie Robinson like not a real person now? Like, are we gonna replace any like photos on the internet and replace it with Chad because that's who he is?
Yeah,
you know, there can't be.
It's just, I don't know. Doesn't make
Weird.
sense. Let's see. Dougie Fresh, I have no interest in the spin-offs. We agree. Grand Regent Thrag, I always ask these Disney Feige shills. They can never give you an answer. Nothing gives me confidence Disney will bring T'Challa back.
Nothing they fucking said.
We haven't heard anything that gives us any hope. D. Steezel, Nate has doubled down several times on not recasting.
He has.
Yep, he has. Dougie Fresh, not recasting is one of the dumbest decisions Disney Marvel has ever made.
Period.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to say it's not.
But they're
number
gonna
one.
feel it. They're gonna feel it.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, watch these reviews, bro. They're gonna feel it. And if I'm wrong, I'll like I said, I'll take my L. But I strongly believe they're going to feel it.
Yeah. Grand Regent, I always ask, or wait, no, sorry, I read that. Oh, sorry. I'm already halfway out the door if they start creating characters that aren't even from the comics. I'm completely out and I'm moving to the neighborhood DCU.
I'm telling you, because
honestly, if they start
seriously,
doing that,
because what other character is going through this treatment in the MCU? There's not one.
there's not.
All these other characters get to have their arcs, their stories. They get to be beloved. They get to go on all these journeys. We get to see, we saw Tony fall in love. We saw Tony have a kid. We saw him go from being that immature shit to still being not immature, but still, it's actually really didn't change much. But still, he married the girl he loved. He had the to being a leader, to being to making sacrifices, to caring for someone like Peter other than himself.
Yes,
like. We learned. I can tell you that shit. I can't tell you shit about T'Challa in the MCU.
Right.
So it's like, no, bro, no.
Yeah.
No.
Ashura said, get Darius a cold glass of water with ice cubes with painkillers. A small cold wet towel. That's funny. Raymond, exactly. Like, how do you tell us that, they'll recast and to have faith when they haven't said anything about recast and they have shown they have too many emotional attachments to even entertain a recast?
Yeah, they've not said shit about a recast.
No,
they don't care about a recast. Our recast
they're
is
giving
TJ.
us TJ. Yeah, that's the recast. Grand Regent said they're going to make Shuri and Storm have the relationship.
I've seen that one too. I have seen that one too.
Gosh.
I've seen that one too. That one I don't know if they'll do because they've already got the representation there, so they don't need to appease that community, and that would cost them even more money for future films because there are certain countries that are like, nah.
Yeah.
Like China.
Yeah, definitely. Havoc Unbound says at Grand Regent Thragman, shake my head, you probably right.
Yeah, we've seen that one.
Raymond, if I see T Junior as a teen, be with Teen Storm, which to all the people who are for that, in what world do you have an X-Men film in a Storm, the goddess, and a teenager or child? Yeah.
I'm telling you. Andre
Ware, Ryan Coogler brought even more stress on himself by not recasting T'Challa. Now he doesn't even know if he will ever even direct again. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Ashura, wasn't Junior and Storm E-Man's idea? I heard it first there about compromise and those two coming together.
I have no idea.
I don't know about that.
I am not sure.
Official Liam G.
Not for it.
Rather have Storm not associated with Wakanda, TJ, T'Challa, when she comes into the MCU at first, like she can be established on her own.
Yeah, she can. That's what I'm saying. But we are just going off of what Nate Moore said yesterday.
Yeah.
With the Wakanda. Her relationship
interesting.
With Wakanda is really interesting.
Yeah.
All that,
let's see. Grand Regent at Havoc Unbound. Man, I'm telling you, I think they are doing things to troll us a lot of the time. I wish we mattered that much. JM Reviews, this franchise is over.
Bro, it's just really feeling that way.
That's what the funeral's for, is the franchise. Ashura Coogler has damaged the Black Panther brand, for sure. Havoc Unbound at Grand Regret. This all feels like a social experiment, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. D. Steezel. It's the simulation, guys. D. Steezel. What those Witcher writers feel about this source material, the same thing happens in the MCU, the most projects nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's been going on. And I hopefully we're starting to see that shift, though.
Right.
With certain things that have been... We'll see. I don't know.
Raymond says, at JM Review, franchise is dead, and it's a sad shame. So unfortunate. Never thought I'd see the day where I wouldn't care about the Black Panther franchise or its sequel.
Honestly, telling you.
Coming out of that first movie,
I should not feel like this right now. Honestly, we see this tomorrow.
Yeah.
I should not feel like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I took off before, No Way Home, I took off the day of No Way Home and the day after. I'm going to work tomorrow. I don't have to, but I'm going to work tomorrow because what am I prepping for? Like, what am I amped for? That I'm gonna go to work because I need that money, and I'll meet y'all at the theater at 6:30.
All right. Let's see. Official Liam G. If NIA Nia DaCosta makes the Marvels good. She can take over for Black Panther 3, maybe. Havoc Unbound, Marvel desperately needs an overhaul, like what David Zaslav has done with DC. Same with Sony and Lucasfilm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
Kathleen, get the fuck out.
Gray, I swear I can fix this problem by Secret Wars if they give me producer credit. I'll have to fire some MX, but I'll fix it. All right, well, I'll send a text to K-Fikes for you, Gray, and we'll see if we can get that happening. D. Steezel, at Gray, LOL, same, 100. Official Liam G. Hate to put it this way, but the Black Panther franchise kind of got cursed after Chadwick left us.
I would say,
their mishandling has cursed us.
Yes, their mishandling has cursed us. They've cursed themselves. There's no one did this to them but them.
Yeah, they chose to. They could have taken. If you want to talk about taking time, take longer than a few minutes to make this fucking decision. Like they literally had the pandemic that bought them more time. They could have come out and said that they changed their minds. You know.
We've said that, but that's so true. You know, taking it to Kevin Feige saying the world is still mourning.
Yeah.
What did he say? He said, people are still processing Chad's death. Are we, Kevin? It took y'all minutes to process his death. Like Kevin again, but then saying this shit. Kevin, is it like what are we doing?
I don't know. I want to try a little whatever they got going on and passing around.
I'm telling you, because some of Kevin's secret stuff.
You know, he's got the primo. Let's see. Dougie Fresh, I hope in some future lifetime they're successful. T'Challa lead Black Panther franchise. We all do.
Yeah.
Raymond, if he isn't recast by Secret Wars, keep all that Wakanda crap. I don't care anymore.
At all.
And he also put, really, Kevin?
Yeah.
Assure at Planet Fanatics, I hope a DNA test is done for Nikita. Trifling. All right. That was funny. That was funny.
That is funny.
JM reviews. To be honest, I'm not feeling Marvel lately.
I mean, hey, I feel you.
Sure, Kevin Feige has been messing with the comics for years by making them reflect the MCU.
Yeah,
it's true. Havoc Unbound at JM reviews. Yeah, it looks like DC is going to surpass them in quality within the next 2 to 3 years if they keep this up.
Yeah.
I still have faith in Phase 5.
I was going to say, on these ones, you don't have to read their ads.
Okay.
Because that's just their conversation, not to be like, we hear you guys, love you guys, but you don't have to read their ads.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. Official Liam. Let's see, woman.
Raymond with Kevin Feige.
Yeah. Kevin Feige, you talk about these characters being important, but put the main character in the heart of the franchise in the ground.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're all on the same shit.
Yeah. Let's see. D. Steezel says 1966.
That's
friendly correction. Is he referring to
the year that
Black Panther? Okay, I might have been off of the year for that. Andre Ware, a few of the cast is barely in the movie anyway, so they might as well be gone. LOL.
Yeah, that's the same thing with like Winston Duke. Like Ryan Coogler again. They can't keep up with the things they say. Ryan Coogler and Nate Moore both said that he's significantly more in the film. I think Ryan Coogler's exact words were like a 1-to-2 more ratio or something. He said. I've not heard that at all. I've heard he's, other than getting beat up on, from what I've heard. He's barely in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's what we see in the trailer. Gray says a T'Challa fan better not catch Kevin outside of those BS statements. Raymond says he's the only iteration we have. Is he talking about the animated appearance? He ain't even have his own show besides the stop motion comic that stuff on PT 10 years ago.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That they just be speaking transcends any iteration.
Pookie Woods loving the convo. Gray said they would cast the runner up for the role in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Daniel Ben says we should have gotten a T'Challa prequel.
But this one was supposed to be, this film was supposed to be a character study, a dive into T'Challa, the film was centered around T'Challa. Nate Moore's words, it was a T'Challa vehicle. Or Ryan Coogler's words, it was a T'Challa vehicle. Like, We were getting that, man.
So far, the exact opposite now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Grace says MFs would be having a conniption if they did this to Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, they would.
We all
yeah,
know
they
that
would.
for
They'd
sure.
burn Marvel Studios to the ground.
Yeah, no way. Raymond said, well, let me go back and do what I did for like 15 years before T'Challa appeared in Civil War, reading the comics, because the live-action version of these characters in this kingdom ain't it.
No.
D. Steezel says, I'll wait for the VHS release. Yeah, bro. Get it at Blockbuster. Let's see. Daniel Ben says Spider-Man and T'Challa are in top 3 heroes.
Yeah, man.
For sure. Ant-Man, with what I saw from the plot leak, Darius, be ready to throw some hands, LOL. When they're talking about the VHS.
I hope
Assure says, send me the post-credit scene. Andre Ware, they would recast Spider-Man in minutes. Yeah, just as quick as they decided not to, they would decide to. Sir Yuri G, oh, I want to see this post-credit scene. I want to be mad at home instead of in the theater tomorrow, LOL. Yeah, man. I mean, if I could save the gas, but it's too late.
I really want to show it to y'all. I do. We'll get this whole stream taken down.
Yeah, that'd be very problematic. Let's see. Daniel Ben said, how would y'all feel about a T'Challa prequel?
Like I said,
that
was just that movie that we were about to get. I mean, it wouldn't have been a prequel, but, you know.
Yeah. Let's see. Assure that Marvel simp stan energy, Darius. Raymond said, I just saw Chris Gore's reviews, and my God, I cannot wait for the possible rant. Campia is gonna... this movie is gonna be more divided than any other film.
Yeah.
Let's see. D. Steezel... yep, I've seen a newer Star Wars collection on VHS. Sir Yuri G, nah, she hasn't won one, sadly. So no, she hasn't. Yeah, I didn't think that she had. So hopefully she gets one for this. Daniel Ben, Yalan Noel, aka Daniel from Insecure, is my pick for T'Challa, and I love Chadwick.
Yeah. I
which
like
guy
Yalan.
was he in Insecure?
I've not seen that.
I watched it a little bit with my fiance.
Not sure. But Yalan Noel, trying to think of something else he played in. I always get him and Trevant mixed up sometimes. He was the one that said that he would be delighted to play T'Challa.
Okay.
Marvel just needs to reach out to his agent.
Yeah. No, like we've said, there's no lack of people
No.
who could play him. So, yeah, that's just another person. Let's see. Marvelized D, do you think that the rumor was right, how they going to kill T'Challa? Do you think the whole rumor being right?
It sounds like it.
Yeah, I believe so. Just from what people have been
confirmed.
saying with it,
Yeah.
it's been confirmed that he's going to die of an unknown illness. Again, it's just strange to me because Wakanda can save Everett Ross, who they have no fucking connection to. Wakanda can save Vision, who they have no fucking connection to.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't save their king.
Right. Yeah.
Like so, what's more of an unknown illness than an unknown gem in something like an unknown, like you don't really, I mean, in an AI,
Yeah.
like an unknown gem that you don't know shit about.
Yeah.
That's in an AI that you don't know shit about.
Mm-hmm.
How is that more unknown, or how is the illness of T'Challa more unknown than that? Like,
Right.
but she figured that shit out in seconds.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, you know what? I've said it.
Exactly.
Like, it's crazy.
And then Grace said only nominated for What's Love Got to Do with It. Yeah, she was so good in that. Lawrence
Bruh,
Fishburne was good. Dude, her arms in that movie.
she
was cut.
She
up
was
in that
fucked.
movie.
That's one of that
that
and
movie.
Jackson's The American Dream are two of my favorites biopics.
We little story about my childhood. We had 2 lovebirds. We had a male and a female, and their names were Ike and Tina.
I can see that.
Tina pecked Ike's eyes out. It was quite traumatic. We came out. We were like, "It's our fault for giving them these names."
Oh,
But
shit.
they were
that's
not
funny.
lovebirds. But yeah, true story. Let's see. Grace says, "Take it there." Plant Poppy says, "Be careful. Nate is watching you." LOL. Yeah. Well, I mean, last night he sent forces to try to take out
bro.
Darius.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
was trying to take me out.
He was
last
trying
night.
to kill another black man. Let's not lie.
Yeah, yeah, he was trying to take me out last night.
Brookie Wood said to challenge. D. Steezel, these plot leaks are accurate. Yeah. We're all pretty sure they're
Yeah.
accurate. Pookie Wood, that's right, Darius. He needs to walk away.
He definitely does.
Raymond said, well, I just saw the post-credit scene. Hell
Oh,
to
you
the
saw
damn
it?
no. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Raymond's seen it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm telling you. It's out there. It's on Twitter. If you look, it's there.
There's more people talking about it. Daniel Ben, a T'Challa prequel would have been better. His Smallville and Gotham.
No.
Raymond, get ready for Lil Storm. Oh, gosh.
Little drizzle.
Lil Bolt. Hungry Almighty. We ask for T'Challa. They give us Lil TJ. It's like asking a girl out and ask her number, and she gives you a fake number.
It's
Basically.
like, I mean,
You go to call and it's Domino's, and you're like, well, at least I'm
a-
hungry. Let's see. Dougie Fresh. I'm going to watch the post-credit scene tonight because I don't want to leave the theater extra mad.
yeah, man, get that frustration out because I when I saw it at 6 a.m., I said, what?
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're so proud of that little 2 minutes and however many seconds. I'm sure, like, we nailed it.
Yeah.
There it is.
People are going to be so happy with us. We're not racist.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pookie Wood, Ryan Lapita need to go. Agreed. Sure, MCU can't have their franchise heroes to hold their own movies now. They gotta have cameos. What a shame. Agreed. Pookie Wood, Mackie was a big anti-recaster. He can go also.
Yeah, he
Yep.
is anti-recast too.
Yep. Official Liam G, just give me like 10 years and we'll have our own franchise of black
People of color heroes.
people of color heroes for us. LOL, I'm just an interim right now, so it's going to be a minute. Raymond said, and if the cast, whoever is even left, can't handle a new T'Challa, then fire them as
I mean,
all too,
honestly, if you
respectfully.
can't film, and respectfully, if you can't get with it, bye.
Yeah. Actually, I went too
Dorian
far.
Clayton.
I went too far in accident. Where am I? How did I jump down that far? Are there still that many? Yeah, it sent me down to the bottom. Okay, where are we at?
Dorian Clayton said, I honestly was hoping that T'Challa, Strange, and Peter were going to lead the MCU into the next 3 to 4 phases.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like that's the plans they were having. Okay. Pookie Wood, yep, Raymond, serve those walking papers respectfully. Dougie Fresh said, Shooty has a lot to do in this movie because I was not... Why is this? Sorry, a pop-up came up. Plant Poppy, don't forget the Hatuti's Zarazi.
Yeah, that's
the guard.
they're not doing that shit either.
No.
I'm not interested even if they are. Because T'Challa's not there.
Yeah.
So...
Well, yeah, and like Spoiler King says, Hollywood has an issue of having strong men and strong women in the same movie.
They do.
Yeah, you can't have, you gotta pick. Let's see, Dougie Fresh can't wait to see little TJ be upset about not knowing his dad, right? Yeah, that's exactly what we all want to see. Raymond, exactly, you're making the same mistake his father did. Are we sure Ryan wrote this?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's weird. Like, why? Like, what?
Yeah.
And you want me, but Ryan's whole thing was we want it to be a truth. Like, we wanted, like, if I write something and there's nope in there, then I'm not going to do it. Like, it has to be truthful. It has to be something that we all believe and it has to fit in the film. Yeah. That's not truthful to the story you fucking told the first time.
Yeah.
That was T'Challa's whole arc in that.
Lesson, yeah.
That was the whole point. That was the whole arc in that.
Yeah.
When he went back to the ancestral planes and said, "You were wrong. All of you were wrong."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and then
he didn't. And then he goes back on and does exact and hides his like, bro, get out.
Makes no sense. Let's see. Sir Yuri G, stop. Did the MCU really want me to believe T'Challa pulled a Drake?
My bad.
Marvelized D. So the rumors are true that came out 2020. They are. Spoiler Kings. That's so stupid. T'Challa from Black Panther 1 would never do that to his son. That's total BS. Yeah, exactly like we were just saying. Sir Yuri G. Nabra Na. D. Steezel.
That's all gaslighting tactics. Yep. Gray said, wow, T'Challa wouldn't do that. That's definitely some Days of Our Lives shit. My mama used to watch Days of Our
Oh
Lives.
my gosh, mine too.
M1991, Marvel better call Black Panther Three Kings of the Dead and resurrect T'Challa, because the franchise is not going nowhere with T'Challa. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
I saw a video, like we always talk about. I saw a video that said 10 powers that the Black Panther has that you didn't know about. That's what people are watching. Those type of videos. People are watching those and then think like, oh my god, my knowledge is so impeccable on T'Challa.
Yeah. They know him.
Dorian said Feige needs to overstep Nate Moore on the decision. Right, Coogler needs to be removed from the Black Panther movies for a while. We need the King of Wakanda. We need T'Challa. Yep.
Yep.
D-Stizzle, no other leading characters. Marvelous D said they have messed up big time. Yep. Ashura said never has changed. Raymond, even though I hate that Ryan has done this, the franchise, I'm actually worried. What he's been saying sounds like not even he has grieved properly. No, he hasn't.
No.
Like it's so evident in that, like I said, everything he's saying.
But telling us that
They're gonna teach us.
Chad said we need T'Challa, enough said. Like that's
Yeah.
that's really it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much more you can say it there. D Stizzle said not big on shipping, but I think Storm and Bishop would make an interesting pair in the comics. Awesome. So I mean, hell, I mean, I don't, it's whatever they're even gonna do with Storm. Who knows? Grand Regent Thrag said, man, now that I think about it, MCU has ruined my two favorite characters since he has a kid, Black Panther and Hulk. SMH, Kang was a favorite. He looks good, but I'm skeptical of them now.
Yeah, they've mishandled Hulk too.
That is true.
Yeah. Raymond said Kevin is... Oh, yeah, and the whole thing, too, Hulkling is, I guess, 17 years old. So some people are thinking that they're going to... Or Hulkling. Scar 17.
Yeah.
And they're thinking that they're going to make him in a relationship with Wiccan. People are going to be pissed. People are going to be pissed.
What the fuck are they even doing?
If they do that, that's just a rumor out there. People are going to be pissed if that's true. Raymond said Kevin is on some Crystal Rock and some weed from Harlem for that comment. Man, he's on something. Spoiler King said, you are not the father, damn it. Raymond said... No, that took me down.
Sam Wilson.
No, there it is. Okay, Raymond said...
Said we all know who's the real father.
Sam Wilson. T Stizzler says, shout out y'all for taking one for the team tomorrow. Yeah, I'm telling you, if I would have known, I mean, I knew obviously, but had I not bought the ticket before seeing that, it just wouldn't go down. Grand Regent Thrag said, because think about it, DC has Cavill, Momoa, Batman is still around, Spider-Man, they have The Rock, we got 90-pound T'Challa, right, and 4'9" Riri Williams. DC has cool, Marvel doesn't. Agreed. Superman. You're saying Superman. Ashura 1-to-2 ratio with M'Baku must be a deleted scene. Has to be. I'm telling you. But these are things they said. It's just weird. They're contradicting themselves week after week after week.
Yeah.
But that's not weird because, like we've said before, you got to keep up with your first lie. You got to tell another one, and then you eventually, lose count of all the lies you're telling. Spoiler King said, "Can you post the link in Discord?" Yeah, I'll do that. I can post it in the Discord. Join the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, ha ha ha. That's how I'll get you in. Join the Discord. Raymond said, will T'Challa have a 9-hour funeral like Aretha Franklin and Coretta Scott King? Because if not, what is really a black funeral? Y'all wore white for nothing. M91 said, from what I heard, T'Challa got to see his son before he died, but he kept, he kept him a secret. It's a huge step backwards. That's what I'm saying. It's just... Raymond said, I don't want you. No, I don't want you. I don't want you no more. That's when she played Catherine. When Angela Bassett played Catherine in The Jacksons, The American Dream. She played Michael's mom. She did such a damn good job, right?
Yeah, no, she's great. She's had so many iconic roles.
J.O. Wolf said, peace to y'all.
got to stand in on a little bit of the screening at the movie theater here, bruh. None of this movie was for comic fans. None of it. I'm sure. So you've got to see some of it already. Let's see. We've got Raymond that said, I actually saw Angela Bassett at MJ the musical here in NYC when I saw it in April. That's dope.
That's really cool.
That is dope. Daniel Ben said, I was saying a T'Challa prequel on Disney Plus exploring young T'Challa getting his degree from different schools, like him exploring outside of Wakanda before his...
You know what? Honestly, as an educational series for these MCU fans, because that seems to be the only content of Marvel they want to consume, that might help educate some if done correctly.
So yeah, maybe. Raymond said they literally made T'Challa...
Haramu Fowl?
If you read the comics, you'll understand. Oh, I know what he's talking about. I'll show you. Hold on. Well, let me read this first.
Hungry Almighty said, please, I hope the T'Challa that died is a scroll. No, I'm telling you,
Could only
nice
be so lucky, but don't hold your breath.
Inner Chakra said, they robbed a generation of a character we didn't even get to see our T'Challa flourish. They're going to give the character development that we wanted to T'Challa, but through the eyes of his son. Yep, that's Ryan Coogler's going to adapt those stories for TJ.
Yeah.
Like Chadwick, T'Challa being younger, exploring different places, getting different degrees in his early 20s. Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
I don't know, Dougie Fresh, watched y'all. Wait. Oh, Dougie Fresh. He's stupid. Shut up, Raymond. Grand Region Thrag said they should have just did T'Challa was missing, yeah. Then have it that Doom kidnapped him or something, or he's in space with Fury. Then you could introduce the new T'Challa.
Right, exactly.
Yep. Chad said, hit that like button, y'all. Yes, hit that like button, y'all. Appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate that, Chad. Dougie Fresh said, yeah, I'd be lurking, Raymond. Hungry Almighty said, I am genuinely hoping the movie burns to the ground and absolutely hope the movie fails. You know, I'm telling you, it might not. It's going to be split. D. Stizzle said, Hulk is my top 5 favorite. Yeah, they... What do you say? Oh, no respect, yeah. Hungry Almighty said MCU ruined Hulk, T'Challa, and Hawkeye. Hungry Almighty also said Hulk is my 6th favorite hero, and look what the MCU did. Yep. Daniel Ben said this giving Last Jedi vibes. Ooh, I am not going down that road. I will. No.
It's already too late for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Too late to get into all that.
Gray said, How in the hell is Scar 17 again? Yeah, okay, that's what they're saying. He's 17, because they're gonna make him a part of the Young Avengers. That's why they're not gonna do Hulkling.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be bi or gay or something with Wiccan. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna, because Wiccan has that relationship with
right. Let's just throw that in there.
That's what they're doing. Then we got D. Stills that said, I think Cap is the only leading hero they got right for the most part. I'll say Tony too.
Oh yeah.
RDJ.
Yeah.
RDJ, what he brought.
Yeah,
man.
That's probably the absolute best.
Official EMG said, oh, hell no, it's Wiccan and Hulkling, not Wiccan and Scar. What the fuck, Marvel, what you smoking? Yeah, I'm telling you, they're changing a lot. Chad said, what they did to Hulk was so sad. It's terrible. Angela was robbed from Raymond. Gray, the math ain't math, and it never does when they talk or anything with Marvel. It's going on right now with Marvel.
Yeah.
D. Stizzle said, Spidey, Wolverine, Hulk, Cap, BP equals top 5 Marvel heroes. Grand Region Thrag said, would you want to see the version of T'Challa that was a teacher in the inner city for a second like the comics? I would like to see any story that they would like to really flesh out with T'Challa. Just give him back. I mean, I don't want to, again, we can't have those stories
without him.
No, he's something, wait, or he said, who is Wiccan? Wiccan is, I'm sorry, excuse me. Wiccan is Wanda's son. Wiccan, Billy Maximoff, Wiccan. That is Vision and Wanda's child. Jay Wolf said the movie might not bomb, but my My homie here at the theater says the ticket sales are surprisingly low for a Marvel movie, probably because people don't want to pay for fuel. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's why it's 20% in pre-sales, advanced pre-sales behind Multiverse of Madness. Nobody's looking for this.
No buzz.
Inner Shocker said, imagine T'Challa hiding his son right after T'Challa learning from the retribution of his father hiding a nephew. That's what we're saying. That's the point. That's as soon as I watched that mid-credit scene, I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man 1991 said if T'Challa was dying, then they should have put him in a sarcophagus like they did with Bucky while they find a way to cure him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good one. Then last one here, Grand Regent Thrag said, that's what it is, man. People don't want to be sad. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But, we get to feel that sadness tomorrow. We have volunteered for you to
bring
feel.
the Kleenexes.
Yeah, to feel that sadness tomorrow. So we're not live tomorrow, but we are going to do a out-of-theater quick reaction. We're just going to, outside the theater, we're going to do a quick reaction, and then, on Friday at 6:30 we will be live, so make sure you share that. I've already got a thumbnail made because I already know how I feel, and I'm telling you, you guys are going to feel the same, especially once you see this. You're going to feel the same way. So just let like I said, let everybody know if you're going to, so you guys can come back too. We hope to see you guys here. Appreciate you guys. This is our first all week starting starting daily streams, and with us doing daily streams, the turnout has been great. We appreciate you guys being here. It's a good time every time, so it's been fun. So like I said, we'll be back tomorrow, or not tomorrow. We'll be back Friday, 6:30.
6:30, not 7:30.
Yeah, not 7:30.
6:30 Friday.
6:30 Central Standard Time.
Anticipate that.
Yeah, anticipate. It'll be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a very interesting stream.
Yeah.
And the last two here, Daniel Ben said, cast a young up-and-coming actor in his 20s as a young T'Challa on a Disney Plus. Later recast someone as the main T'Challa. And J.O. Wolf said somebody has to have a D cam so we can see the live reaction. My producer said, is there no way you can put a camera in front of you without filming the screen with nobody getting mad so we can just see your reaction?
Yeah, honestly.
I was like, man.
It'd be good.
I'll let y'all know how I think, though. But like I said, appreciate you guys being here. We were going to talk to you guys on Friday, and like I always say, oh my God. I got it this time, though. Watch this. I got it this time. Right. So like I always say, we appreciate you guys being here. We're going to continue to talk all, topics with you guys, and continue to do our daily streams with you guys weekly. And we just appreciate you guys. We really do. I don't know what more to say about that. I love you guys so very much. So as I always say, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Boom, baby.
Got
I told
it.
you I could get it.
Got him.